every life we have some trouble. But when you worry, you make it double. Don't worry. In every life we have some trouble. But when you worry, you make it double. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry. Be happy now. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. In every life we have some trouble. But when you worry, you make it double. Don't worry. In every life we have some trouble. But when you worry, you make it double. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy now.
Hey, Noah, how you doing, buddy? Waiting for somebody to jump on there. How you doing? Got a new setup. I got a new rig. It's gonna be a little shaky. It's a little shaky. Sorry about that. But at least the angle's a little bit better this time. Thought I'd break out my old shirt. I haven't worn this thing in ages. A little small on me. That's why. Yeah, I want one too. That's what I'm going to talk about in this video. I'll give you a sneak peek since you're the first one here. You're the only one here right now. Boom. Yeah. I didn't say anything, but I actually ordered this like kind of quickly, like a day after the event. I changed my mind and I ordered that a few weeks ago. So I am very excited about that. I think I finally found a Tesla I can get on board with. No, actually, I like them all. I do. The S is my dream car. I just can't afford that. The truck, believe it or not, is as ridiculous as it seems. It's actually more affordable than the S over here. So still a long ways away. So it gives me plenty of time to save up for it. That's kind of the beauty of it, I guess. I don't really care for these things where you pre-order stuff, but in my situation, it actually works out good. I can put a little money each month away towards it, and so when it finally gets close to the time, I have a pretty sizable amount to put down on it. I wish I could just pay it off. I don't have that kind of money to put away every month to just pay it off when it's available. That'd be cool, though, wouldn't it? It's gonna be like 4 years before it shows up over here. So it'd be really cool if I could just like save up and have the whole money available, ready, just a one-time payment, but not gonna happen for me. But at least I can get ready for it. So that's the idea. Sorry about shaking the table. I have a new stand for a better angle. I'm not looking up my nose now so much. It's looking more straight at me now, but it's on a gooseneck, so it shakes kind of easily. How are y'all doing? Let's see here. Oh gosh. There. Excuse me. Sorry about this, guys. Slow-mo is on, so I can't respond back quick. I'm sorry, dude. And I can't turn it off. If I go into my computer, turn off the slow mode, I'll lose everything. Maybe I can go, I should dig out my notebook. Oh, I can't believe it. Guess you'll have plenty of time to think it over before you get it. Right on. That's the idea. But I'm pretty serious about it. Let me pull out my notebook. I don't use this thing much anymore because it's a dinosaur and it doesn't work very well. But maybe I can turn off slow mode. I forgot that was on still. Hopefully I can do that. So yeah. Here's a little video. You can check this out. What do you think of that video? I found this really cool app so I can kind of it's how do you say it? Real size. It's real augmented reality, real size, 1-to-1 scale of the Cybertruck, so I can test out and see what it's going to be like over here, and like especially like in front of my house, and it'll fit in my parking and stuff. There's my leaf. It just dwarfs the leaf. So it's a really cool app. and I did use it. Let me see. I'll pop that up. I used that app. Let's see. Let's switch back to here. And I did. Let's see. Right here. I did try it out on my property to see if it'll fit. Oh gosh, my phone keeps turning off. It does look really cool. It's funny is I start off not liking the car originally, and what's going on here? I started off not liking the truck originally, and now I absolutely just love it. I think the styling is just incredible, and I will be really upset if they change it drastically by the time it's ready for production. I'll be really upset about it because I think this design is just insanely cool, and it is so unique. And I think what helped was there's been some sightings, like TMZ showed some video of Elon at Nobu with the truck, and then some other guys took some video of Elon driving around on the freeway and also somewhere else. And the truck is just like it's so unique, it's so different, it's so out there that it just really is really cool looking out on the street. It looks so strange and surreal, and yeah, it does fit in my parking. But I can't park in it. Right now that parking's for 3 cars, and with that Cybertruck, I'm not going to fit anything else. It's just going to be the Cybertruck alone if I was to park it there. So what I'll probably have to do is I'll have to rent another parking space. There's a parking lot kind of close to my house. I can rent a space there. And but yeah, it gives you an idea of just how huge that truck is. Okay, finally my computer booted up. This thing is so slow. That's why I never use this computer anymore. Can't wait to see one in real life. Elon said they might shrink it down. Yeah, I saw that because somebody's complaining about not fitting in the garage. Honestly, it'll be cool for me, but I hope it doesn't shrink it down too much. I think the size is about right. I want it to be in the same dimensions as an F-150. I really do. I don't want it going down a Ford Ranger size, anything like that. So if some of these people are kind of complaining and bitching and moaning about it not fitting in the garages, it's like, tough luck. That's how I feel. But I mean, it would help me out. If he shrinks it down in my country, it makes it easy for me in Japan. Let's see. I would have trouble fitting that truck in my driveway. Even over in America? Really? Really are in the driveway? Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's the size of F-150. It just looks different. It's just really different looking, but the length and the width and the height are the same as an F-150 basically. I mean, the F-150 is big, but it's not like 350 big or 250 big. You know, it's not like dualies in the back or anything like that. I don't know. Hang on. I'm still trying to get this computer. Look how slow it is. It's so slow. Well, you guys can't see. Yeah. It's just getting online. It's so slow, stupid thing. This computer's so ancient. So what I'm going to try to do is see if I can bust into my channel from here. Studio. I've got a lot to talk about. So, for those of you just joining, hang on a second, guys. Give me just a real quick second here. Such a pain. This thing's so slow. Come on, baby. Ugh. Come on. Is it gonna work? Yeah, there we go. Nice side profile of me. Alright, let's see. How do I turn off the slow mode? Here, probably. Enable slow mode. There it is. Alright, I turned off slow mode for you guys, okay? So now you can chat to your heart's content. Where's my chats? Why aren't my chats showing up on here, though? Wow. There we go. There we go. Saw the autopilot cameras in wheel well cover. Pretty cool how hidden it is. Yeah, I heard about that. Those the fenders, and the fenders, the cameras are right there. Pretty smart. Still needs to be people are so not sure where they're hiding it. It worked, yeah. Yeah, it's a good question. You can't put it in the B pillar on that truck, Cybertruck. Not the way those doors are done. So I don't know where they're gonna put that B pillar camera. Maybe embed it in the. They can't embed it in the roof. The roof's a glass roof. I don't know. Maybe just above the door. They could. It'd be a weird angle, but I guess they could put it there. I don't know where they're gonna put it. It's a good question, though. It's a really good question, though. So okay, 5 people watching now. So here, one more time. So this is what happened. I bit the bullet quite a while ago. I didn't say anything to anybody. Kept it kind of quiet. But day after the reveal, that's why I made the apology. Day after the reveal, it was funny how quickly my mind changed from the first day, like just laughing and hating it, into the second day, just like, wow, I want it. And so the second day I ordered the truck, and I mean, it's not going to be, I ordered the single motor version because that originally was going to be one of the first ones to come out. And also it's perfect. Like single motor over here is going to be over 300 miles of range. And the price is, you have to add 20,000 on to the car. So still keep it fairly affordable for me. It's like that. It's like, we're going to be pushing 70,000 probably after options, but it's ridiculous. But, to keep in that price range, I had to get a single motor. And the problem with the single motor is they flipped it. Now the tri-motor's coming out. Tri and dual motors are coming out first, and the single motor's coming out later. It gives me more time, though. I'm going to have probably about 4 years before the single motor gets over here. It takes about a year. Like the Model 3 is just now starting to show up. September was the first shipments for the people that pre-ordered. Was in September on the Model 3. And those are probably the dual motors, right? The bigger ones, and the single motors, the rear-wheel drive ones haven't shown up yet, probably. So it does take a while for the Teslas to show up over here. We're like the last country it comes to. China gets the cars before we do. Now that they have the factory, even quicker. Which is in my news. I was going to talk about that. Tesla Gigafactory in China has just gotten the okay from the Chinese government, not U.S. government, Chinese government to ship the Model 3s. So good for them. They're now producing Model 3s, and they are slamming them out in China for the Chinese customers. And so they're going to get a lot better deal. So I think the 3 is going to dominate in China, probably, with a lower price tag than what they were charging. It was $150 for me over here. I had to pay $150 to pay for the thing. It is refundable, but I'm really not probably going to change my mind. I got 4 years, guys. I really am. I've been wanting a pickup forever since I've been over here. And this is actually one of the most affordable, believe it or not, it's one of the most affordable pickups I can get. Because gasoline pickup, I have to do a government inspection every year on those things. And I'm thinking electric, I might get some kind of thing. If not, it's still going to be cheaper because there's no emissions. So it's still an easy test compared to a gasoline truck. So also this truck is just, gosh dang, it's so loaded, guys. You're a fool not to choose it. Really, it's so loaded. I mean, it's coming with a initial dampening and a height adjustment, a pneumatic suspension. That's like in a Model S or like in a Mercedes Benz or something, some kind of high-end car. It's coming with that standard. It's coming with ProPilot standard. It's coming with the tonneau cover that opens up and closes. That's standard. It comes with a 110 and 220 volt inverter standard. It's coming with the air compressor standard, so you can hook up your power tools. It's just loaded. It's so loaded for the amount of money you spend, and the range is really decent. It's got excellent charging speeds. We don't have a lot of superchargers over here, but in 4 years, who knows, right? Could be totally different by then. So it's really hard to say no to that. And by then, 4 years from now, all my car loans will be gone. And right now, my 2 car loans combined right now is still higher than what this one payment would be for this truck. If I bought it without any money down right now. I bought the truck right now at $60-some thousand for a 7-year loan or something like that. If I did a 7-year loan, They're starting to become standard for these cars over 50,000 anymore. If you don't lease, if you want to outright own it, 6-7 years probably for some of these people. You know, people like me with the average income, that's the standard rate. It'd be about I'm paying more for these 2 cars, and these are 4-year loans. That's part of the reason why they're 4-year loans, and I got 2 of them. So by the time the truck's available, I don't have car loans anymore. So I'm going to put a big chunk of money down. Hopefully I'm going to try to save up half the money, half the money down, put half the money down, and do a 5-year loan on it, and it's still going to be a cheaper monthly payment than my current situation with my 2 cars. So I can afford it. Insurance shouldn't be too bad because of its price, and it's definitely going to be cheaper than a Model S or an X for car insurance. It's going to be a little higher than what I'm paying now, but I still think it's going to be not too bad. I had a $53,000 van. The insurance wasn't too bad on that, so I think I can handle this. Yeah. Okay, no, making fun of me. Yeah, I would buy used. If I was in America, I'd just wait and buy a used Cybertruck. I recommend anybody doing that over there. Over here, even like the 3s just started showing up. The S's are so minimal and X's are so minimal over here that if you find one used, it's the same price as new. You're not getting any better deal. It's just the way it is over here. Used cars are expensive over here, though. They're a little higher than America, I think. I think you can get a better deal on a used Leaf than I can over here even. Maybe not, but I think so. I definitely, Teslas are cheaper. I've heard of people buying a used Tesla for $40,000 in really excellent condition. A Model S, I'm talking Model S for $40,000. Over here, they start at $80,000 used. 80 start. I've seen it as high as over $100,000 for a used Model S. And 3s are the same way. First of all, there's no used 3s available. And the same thing with the Cybertruck. I think it's going to be this size truck is not going to be a popular option. That's why he's even teasing maybe even making a smaller version of the truck for countries like Japan and European countries and stuff. So I don't think this truck's going to be a very popular truck over here. It's not going to be like hundreds or even on the road. It'll probably be like in the 20s or 30s probably for all the whole of Japan. So I have to buy new if I want a Cybertruck. I have to. So yeah, I don't like buying new. I like buying used. I think my Leaf has really proven that used is viable with a used, even with a Leaf. Even a Leaf, that crappy battery the Leaf has, even with that, it's viable. I lost my first sag too, by the way, guys. I'm kind of bummed. My temperature's not even that cold right now. It's only gone down to, I think the coldest it's got is 3 bars on the temperature gauge, 3 segs. And I lost the seg on my battery health meter. A little bummed about it, but my range hasn't changed much, even for winter range. It's not too terrible at all. So it's not affecting me for driving or anything at all. But yeah, I did lose a seg on my battery health meter. That kind of bums me out. I think they did it right by not having any kind of battery health meter on their dash. That was probably a smart move. It kind of bums you out, even though your range isn't any different. Not really. Thanks, dog. That's around 35,000 and excellent. There's lots of miles, but still. Yeah, exactly. Dude. Teslas, that's another thing I want to talk about. Now that I'm a registered Tesla person now. I've been, how do I explain it? Guys, I've always liked the cars, but they've always been out of my range over here. The Model S and the Model X, always been just like, that's like a dream. It would be a dream to get one of those cars. And don't think I haven't tried. I almost bought one. I tried really hard one time. I did find a used one for $60,000 over here. It was like 3 years ago. And that's when I was making some pretty good money. And I was really trying to work it out. And I was really trying. But there was nothing I could do. It was way out of at that time. It was still way out of my, because I still had my van. I had almost 100,000. I did, but it was. I had my van, which was like I said last time, $570 a month plus bonus twice a year. I had my other Leaf at that time, which was it was like $500 a month for that plus bonus twice a year. And then I had my motorcycle, which was $250 a month. No bonus, but $250 a month. So I was over $1,000 a month on our car payments as it was, and they weren't going to give me a good trade-in value on anything. So, well, I mean, I don't even know if they can do it over here. But the place I was going to go to trade in to get rid of my current cars, it wasn't going to work out. I tried. It's just it wasn't my thing. So I really haven't been doing a lot of digging into Tesla. Not much. But now I do, because now this truck, that's the beauty of you have to look at the, silver lining of the fact that you have to wait so long for the dang truck, is it gives me plenty of time to get ready. And if I'm not ready, I can still cancel. I got plenty of time to cancel. If it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. But right now, my mindset is I'm definitely getting it, because I've been wanting a pickup for a long time. I'm getting to that age where I'm looking for a second property, with a big piece of property, lots of land, and I want to start working. I want to do homesteading when I retire, and so the truck would really come in handy for that. And so I'm really my mindset's stuck on that truck, trying to get that truck. So I got 4 years to get ready for it, and so that's the mindset on that. Yeah, but since I've been digging into Tesla and stuff, and now they're talking about million-mile cars and stuff. Like the Model 3 is a million-mile drivetrain, basically, is what Elon tweeted out recently. And his goal is to have million-mile cars, and the battery eventually. If you get the theory is, in a couple of years, they're going to come out with these battery packs that are going to have 5,000, good for over 5,000 cycles, right? And that would mean if you bought like the biggest battery pack for your Tesla, you got like 500 plus miles, that would work out close to $1 million, I would think. I don't know, but it would be really good battery life on those cars with the new chemistry they figured out. It has to do with the electrolytes. I think it's called electrolyte or something like that. I think it's called electrolyte. That's the. Am I getting the words wrong? You got the anode and the cathode, and you have this stuff, this fluid in there, and it helps transfer the electrons over from the. I think it's from the anode to the cathode, or is it the other way when you're charging? And what happens is right now you get scar tissue every time you charge and discharge. There's a little bit of scar tissue, and that's what happens. It builds up a resistance, and that's why your battery resistance goes up, so your charge doesn't go as well over time. That's how it's like. I'm really dumbing it down because I don't have the paperwork in front of me. But that's basically how battery works, lithium-ion battery. Every time you charge and discharge, you're building a little bit of scar tissue in that liquid, like a film between the layers. And so Tesla's figured out a new electrolyte. I think it's called electrolyte, something like that. And it's going to be less scar tissue-y, so it's going to have more range to it. I was mostly on 0 bars when my oh my gosh, 0 bars. Your temperature gauge, right? You're not talking battery health, temperature gauge, right? No, jeez, I totally forgot about the temp gauge. My Leaf battery temp only goes to 4 bars in winter, not lower than that. Well, that's not. Oh yeah, Aaron, you're Arizona. That's pretty nice. Nice to have goals. And actually, you're absolutely right. I haven't had any major. I'm sorry about the shaky cam, guys. I'm on a gooseneck. I'll try not to bump the table. Here. So, what was I gonna say? I haven't had any financial goals really. I've just been working on trying to get more students recently, so that's been my goal. But as far as financial, I haven't really thought about anything like that because I'm not in a financial state to even make those kind of goals. I'm not in any kind of state to be thinking about buying anything. But I felt like the truck was far enough away. Maybe I could focus on that at least, because who knows what will happen in 4 years from now, right? And it gives me plenty of time. So, in a way, it has been helping. It's kind of lifting my spirits. I like having goals. And now that I have some goals to work for, like the property has been a goal of mine, getting a house, second house, and the truck. It's really hard buying property as a foreigner over here. I had the hardest time getting this house. And the reason why I was able to get this house is because the in-laws owned the property. And I built the house on their property. That's the only way. But it's really hard as a foreigner to buy a house, and especially a piece of property over here. But I'm working on that. That's another goal of mine. Kind of long-term goal, but hopefully it'll be obtainable eventually before I retire. That's the idea. So yeah, absolutely right. It is nice to have goals. Motivation, right? Thanks. No, absolutely. Jeez, 0 bars. Updates available, not right now. This computer's so old. Put a picture next to me at work. Oh yeah, really? You put a picture of what? Are you going to get the Cybertruck now? Is that your goal? You want to get a Cybertruck now? It's still far enough away for you too. It's something that's viable to think about. Your Model 3 will be probably what, 6 years old by the time it shows up. Yeah, you have a Model 3 right now. Oh, you're gonna get a new Model 3? You're gonna buy another one? I want to talk about that too, because check it out, guys. I have been doing my research. I went to Tesla Japan, and I test drove a Model 3. I tried to choose. No, I'm thinking 3 forever. Yeah, keep 3 forever, and I can see why. I went, and I can't test drive a Model or a Cybertruck, and I've already test driven Model S's and stuff. But I tried to find a 3 that was comparable in like power and acceleration. And I know the interior is basically the same as the Cybertruck, kind of right now. It's a minimalistic interior, dashboard and that 15-inch display, which is going to be 17-inch truck, but it's basically the same, right? It's basically the same. Steering wheel's probably going to be the same and everything. So I went for a test drive in the 3. I finally got to test drive a 3. My wife helped me out. They hate me. Tesla over here in Japan, they hate my guts. They really hate me because I've had some run-ins with them because it's kind of their fault in a way. They kept putting me off. They just never had any good information about when the 3 was going to be available for test driving. And they kept saying, try in 3 months, try in 3 months, try in 3 months. They would never give me an exact answer, just try in 3 months. And I just kept going back. And it's a long ways. It's a long drive to Tesla from my house. And I go over there, not yet, come back in 3 months. And so finally the last time I was there, I just blew up at them. Because I got an email, Tesla Model 3's here, check it out. And I get over there, I'm all excited, and they haven't shown them. And I was like, let's go for a test drive. And the guy says, no test drives. It's like, are you kidding me? And so I went off on them the last time I was there. A little upset. And so they hate my guts. And they're sick of me. But I did get a good guy. I'm going to do a shout out to the guy. Yoshihiro Hayakawa-san. You did a great job. He was very nice, very professional. Took us for a test drive. And wow, I drove the dual motor performance package one. They don't have a lot of options over here. They do have a rear wheel drive one, but they don't even have one for test driving. It's not even available. They either have the long range one or the dual motor one. And then you can't even choose the color. Like right now, you cannot get a white interior. It's strictly black. It's like buying from a lot. It's almost like buying from. You don't have any. You can't choose what kind of car. The colors are very limited. Like the wheels, you don't choose the wheels. Those are the wheels you get. You can't choose the wheels. It's just this wheel. That's it. But what I found out is those ugly wheels that come with the car, the lower model car, those ugly wheels. Turns out those are covers, and there's actually nice alloy wheels behind those covers, I guess. And he says, just take the covers off. And they look like they have spoke, like 5-spoke wheels. They look nice. I was like, I had no idea. He said, yeah, just take the covers off. You don't like those ugly covers. Yeah, I don't like them. So he said, just take them off. I was like, oh. Anyways, I test drove the Model 3, and that is a lot different than the S. And I have to say, I was really impressed. I did have the performance. At first, we were just driving in standard mode. When you put in the performance mode, it's scary, man, how responsive that. I never got to go past, like, even, I think I got halfway on Excel one time. I couldn't even floor it, ever. That thing just had so much acceleration. And he kind of got mad at me. I only did it 2 times. I only accelerated 2 times on it. Didn't have it in very long. But he got mad at me because I kept, I bounced his head into the seat pretty hard 2 times. That thing's got some impressive acceleration, that dual motor. And the ride comfort was actually really good for a spring. It's not a air suspension, it's just a regular spring suspension, but very impressive. The seats are, wow, a lot of people, I just thought that Tesla was just being Tesla people, but those seats, even my wife had to concur that the seats we love our Leaf seats, but the Tesla Model 3 seats are even better. The Model S that I test drove was a pre-2000, I think it was a 2013, 2014 model, and I didn't really care for those seats too much. I think they might have better seats now, I don't know. But the 2013-14 model seats, they were okay, not great. But the Model 3 seats, wow, they were really comfortable. And the seat heaters work really fast. I was really impressed with that. The car is so smooth to drive. He won't let me try. He will not let me do autopilot, and I couldn't do any filming. Oh my gosh, they know me so well. They hate me. I told you they hate me. They made me sign a thing promising I wouldn't do any YouTubing or any videos or any pictures outside. I couldn't take a picture outside the car. Couldn't take a picture inside the car. Couldn't do any video while I'm testing. Like my wife couldn't videotape me while I'm test driving. Nothing. I had to promise not to do any of that stuff. They hate me that much. So I couldn't take any videos of the test drive. But it was a lot of fun. They let me test drive for 30 minutes all around Tokyo streets. And it wasn't scary. It wasn't like the S. Whenever I drove the S, it's just so wide and long for Tokyo streets. It got a little nerve-wracking driving around some of those areas. But that 3 fits so perfectly. It fits great. Really nice car, guys. No, you have a really beautiful car, and I can see why you want to just hold on to that. The interior is just incredible. I love that minimalistic look. I wasn't sure about that speedometer being on that center display on me. It's on the right hand side. For you guys, it's on the left hand side. Wasn't sure about that, but I kind of got used to it pretty quickly. Kind of. The only thing I'm still not too fond of having to go into all these submenus to do certain simple things that just a push of a button would have been nice on a steering wheel or on a dash somewhere. But they were going for minimalism, and the trade-off is you have to go into submenus sometimes. But it wasn't too bad. With the size of the screen it has, it's a lot easier to hit the button, not make a mistake on a screen that size versus the little screen you have on a Leaf. Like I said, I don't mind. My original Leaf, the screen size is small, but it doesn't really bother me too much because I don't have any kind of ProPilot or autopilot in that car. It's like the most basic cruise control you can think of in that car. And you don't really have to touch buttons too much while you're driving on that little teeny display. But with a Model 3 or something like that, yeah, you need a big display because all your controls are in that display, and you got to have kind of big buttons because you're kind of bouncing around a little bit. You got to be able to hit that button right the first time. So you do need that big display, and it makes sense. And also the autopilot, very impressive. You get to see everything that car sees. It's such a big display they can show you what the car is actually seeing or all around it, which is really impressive. The sensors are really impressive on the autopilot on that car. So yeah, the Model 3. Great car. It's really expensive over here. $70,000 for the $70,000 for the performance package over here. I think it is start. That's not including the options. $70,000 start. It's an expensive car over here. Only thing I consider is a S upgrade. Otherwise, I'm sticking with 3. Yeah. Oh gosh, that is a sexy car. They have improved the new fascia. I've gotten used to it. The new front fascia is way better looking, and it's more practical too. S seats are way better now too. Okay, good deal. Good to know. Thanks, no. Haven't really been in a Tesla. Someone on my block has one. No one in my family is pro EV. Yeah, I see her. Yeah, I've driven a few Teslas, and they're gorgeous cars. I can see. Tesla is definitely on top of the EVs for a reason, and you could just feel it. There's a feel to a Tesla that's different than an OEM like a Leaf, but it's also a price. It's like a huge price difference. It used to be. But with these Model 3s, especially in America, with these Model 3s now, you're kind of a fool not to buy a Tesla in a way. With these updates, to get these updates all the time, which is really, it can be good, but it's kind of double-edged sword. Sometimes you get an update and you can lose something. Like I guess recently, they've improved the lane changing with the update, but what happened? It also you lost something else. So it's a double-edged sword with the updates. But the updates it's cool you get those updates. And also the warranty, I think is, we're basically driving beta vehicles. The 3 is still even a beta version. That's what the S was when it first came out in 2012. That was definitely a beta car. And that's why you don't want to buy anything pre-2016 for an S. Otherwise, you're going to get a lot of trouble maybe. 2016 on, they got a lot of bugs out because we were the beta drivers. We were the testers. And I think the 3s are the same way, and the Cybertruck's definitely going to probably be the same way. That's how Tesla does their business. But that's also why they have such good after service, too. It might take a long time to get some of your stuff fixed, but they're going to do it. They're going to take care of you. And even when you're out of warranty on certain things, they tend to still take care of you because they feel like, well, yeah, that's our bad. Like for example, those screens on the original Model S's and even some Model X's, the screens would that fluid inside for your touch sensitive thing, it would start to leak out on the bottom. It would start to come out. And even cars that are out of warranty, they're still covering, they're still replacing those screens for you. I think I don't know. I think they tried to replace the whole unit, which is not necessary. Rich rebuilds. I love watching Rich. Shout out to Rich Rebuilds too. If you guys don't know who that guy is, he's awesome. I like him because he's down to earth. He bought a Model X through Tesla. He also rebuilt a Model S on his own. He's not a fanboy, but he likes the cars. He's a smart man, and he just really appreciates the engineering that goes into these cars. And so he really likes the cars, but he's not a fanboy at the same time. So when Tesla does something wrong, he says it. I like that about him. He's down to earth and he's open. And I try to be the same way. I try not to be a fanboy to Nissan, to any of them. I try to be as neutral as possible. That's why I made that apology video. I felt like I was being a little bit too hard on Tesla. And I've always been a little hard on Tesla because of the owner of Tesla. and I kind of, through internal thinking, I've realized that it's not all him. It's still he has a little bit to do with it. But it's mostly his fanboys, those idiots that come out. They don't even own the Teslas. But they think Tesla's going to save the world. And so everybody needs to buy a Tesla. They don't even own one. Because every owner you meet, and Noah's a good example, and so is Neil, any Tesla owner you meet, they'll be honest about the problems with their cars. They'll say, yeah, that needs to be fixed. And if we're not honest about it, and we just say, oh, it's great, I don't mind that, then you're not helping the company improve itself. We got to be hard. We got to keep their heels to the fire, and they'll keep improving the cars, and then they'll be a viable car for other people to think about. You can recommend it, and then you don't have to feel guilty about recommending it. Well, I recommend it, but only have it during the warranty. After the warranty, get rid of it. You don't have to do that anymore. They're starting to make their reliability is getting better and better every year, and it's only because of the Tesla owners, the people who own the cars, that are just pushing and pushing and pushing, that are doing it. And these fanboys aren't helping anybody with the way they act about, oh, don't say anything negative about the company, how dare you? And it's like, you gotta. I've been talking about that with Nissan. That's why I'm done with Nissan. I'm so angry with them. I'm not done with them, I guess. I like my first gen Leaf a lot, but I'm just like, that experience I had that last time when I went to talk to him about the what was it, that SUV? I can't remember the name of it right now, but the concept SUV that they have confirmed in Europe. They're going to make an SUV based on it. It's not going to be the same car, but it's based on that concept car. And I couldn't get any information. I was just like, I'm sick of you guys. I'm just done. You show no respect to me. You show no respect to the people that really want to, be a loyal customer. You show no respect to the customers. And I'm done. And then Nissan's just making some stupid decisions lately with their battery technology and stuff. I feel like I think it's time where the battery. I understand why they did it originally. They were trying to be competitive in price, and the only way they could do it when they first came out with the lease was to keep the price of the car down. Is to take the BMS system out and just make it an air cooled battery, and it works. It worked great. But lithium batteries are not $1,000 a kilowatt anymore. It's a kilowatt hour. They're more like closer to $120, $130 a kilowatt hour now. So I think they can afford to put a little bit better BMS system into the cars, into the Leafs, to make the battery longevity. What they would do is they'd have to change the chemistry again. So they could make the chemistry in the battery pack a little bit more durable, which means thermal runaway possibilities. So that's why they would have to add a BMS system to it. But doing that, BMS plus the better battery, they would have a much longer, you'd have a longer range and also a longer longevity of battery life on the Leaf, and that could really help them out. But they're not doing that, are they? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with them, what they're planning on doing. And what else do we have over here? We have, I tried out the I-Pace, and boy, the range is really, really terrible on that car for that price. I didn't realize how bad it was until I went to Tesla and really started looking into the cars. It's like, the I-Pace is ridiculous. They want like $80,000, like it's close to $100,000 when you get the options and stuff. It's like $100,000, realistically, after tax, licensing, and options and all that stuff. And it's got less than 300 kilometer range. That's really bad. The Cybertruck, I'm buying the entry-level Cybertruck, and over here it's going to have almost 500 kilometer range. Maybe 500. I don't know. I won't know until I start driving around. But it's like 480 to 500 kilometer range on the entry-level Cybertruck over here. And the I-Pace it barely has 300 for almost $100,000. They're retarded. The Leaf, the 62 kilowatt Leaf gets better range than that. And that's a lot less. That's 50,000, right? Now, I did find out they have an entry-level rear-wheel drive only Model S over here, or Model 3 over here for 52,000. It's about the same price, 53,000, about the same price as the 62 kilowatt-hour Leaf. And I understand why people want the Leafs, because the Leaf does have a lot more charging spots available. Plus, you have Leaf to home. But I still think maybe if you're in the same ballpark, check out a 3. If you're living over here, check out a 3, and you might want that car. You just might, because there are a lot more other things that are really positives to it. Like, I've always been a fan of the automatic updates, the over-the-air updates. I like that. Now, Nissan's going to start doing that with that SUV. From the rumors I hear, that SUV they're going to come out with in a couple of years over in Europe, it's going to have over-the-air updates. That'd be cool. But why don't they do it already with the Leaf? They could do it right now with the Leaf. Why don't they offer that? Anyways, let's get back to this stuff. Software wise, yeah. Hardware is excellent, I'd say. Yeah, it is. I was really impressed, guys. I was really impressed with that car. I know about Rich Rebuilds. I like the crazy do-it-yourself stuff. Yeah, me too, Aaron. Rich Rebuilds, that guy is awesome. He makes me laugh so hard. He is so funny. He's got a good sense of humor. He is so funny. He's so funny. Oh, crap. I like Rich. And, but yeah, so yeah, I'm getting a Cybertruck, and it's gonna be 4 years from now. I've already made up my mind. I'm gonna buy it. Now, financially, it could be a different story when the 4 years comes, and so I might not be able to get it. Thanks. Yes. Thank you. No, thank you. That's a for you. That's a big donation. Thank you, buddy. but yeah, $2. Awesome. So I will definitely put that towards my Cybertruck. Actually, it's not really $2. I get 70%, 70 or 60%. Yeah, I get 70 or 60% of that. But yeah, I'll put it towards the Cybertruck for sure. It's a start. Absolutely. Gosh, I got 4 years. I mean, if I can just put away like $100 a month, that's gonna make a huge difference in 4 years' time, guys. That's crazy. $100 a month, that shouldn't be too hard. Normally, it's not. For right now, it is for me, but normally it's not a hard thing to put only $100. That's nothing, Or what I really want to put away is about $500 a month, almost a car payment a month. And that way, when 4 years comes, I'm really close to having the whole kit and caboodle, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. What I'm going to try to do, my original plan when it was going to be coming first before the 3, I was going to hold on to my inbox and use that, because there might be a chance that they do trade-ins over here. I forgot to ask that question. We got the last time slot to test drive, and so we were you get 30 minutes to test drive, and then they were done. They wanted to go home, so I didn't have a lot of time to ask a lot of questions regarding stuff over here. But I think they do. I think they do trade-ins over here, and so I was thinking about using the inbox to trade in towards the Cybertruck when it finally showed up over here 3 years from now. What I'll do now is I'll probably sell the inbox. I'm thinking by the spring I think I'll have enough paid off that I can sell it, just break even and pay it off, and then the money that I put towards the inbox, I'll just put in the savings account towards the truck, and that's my plan. That would be awesome. Do something like that, and I could get close to put about $400 a month away towards the Cybertruck. That would be really cool. Rich open EV. Yes, I know. Yeah, and I think that's awesome. You know why he can do that, Aaron? Because he's in the only state in America that allows right to repair so you can repair things yourself. He lives in Massachusetts. That's the only state in all of America, and they have to. And actually, Massachusetts fights with Tesla all the time to get Tesla to give people all the information they need to work on their own cars, because Tesla still is fighting tooth and nail. But yeah, Massachusetts is the only place you can do that. So yeah, but if you need a car repaired, it wouldn't hurt to take your car over to Massachusetts and have him work on it, because he does save you a lot of money. Yeah, I know. And Louis Rossman, another guy I love to watch over in New York, he does Apple repair. He's fighting really hard. Apple and these other big tech companies, Microsoft and all these guys, he's fighting them for right to repair as well. And even Google's in on it because Google Android devices, because he does repairs on all those things. And none of them want you to repair stuff yourself. And it's like, it's BS. It's like you don't really own the stuff in a way. And so Lewis is trying to fight that. So hopefully other states will follow their footsteps. I think Massachusetts and California are so similar. I can't imagine California not offering that soon. And the only thing that's stopping them probably is Tesla's based in California. And so they have a lot of clout. Yeah, Massachusetts. Yeah. So hopefully California will follow. Oregon will probably follow. Yeah. So. California and Oregon are pretty much the only states that you can buy these Honda EVs and stuff. You still can't get a Honda EV in a lot of, Inspire and stuff. You can't get them in any other state but California and Oregon right now. So, yeah. Look at this video. Isn't that insane how big that car is going to be, though? It looks so huge compared to my house, even. I have a 3-story house. That's just insane. My little K car is just like it. You can almost park it in the back of that truck. Seriously, you can't tell from the angle, but it's so small compared to the truck. Let's see, do I go over to the back of it? I think I do. You're gonna see here in a second how teeny the car is. Look how teeny that car is. It's so teeny compared to the truck. You can probably fit that thing in the back of it. That's so cool. So I'm looking forward to that. Sorry about the camera shake. Don't have a lot of people watching today. But yeah, I went to Tesla, test drove the 3, thoroughly impressed. Finally got to drive a 3. And the thing is if I had pre-ordered back in the day, I wasn't, but they don't tell you the prices. We had no idea what the prices were going to be for the Model 3 until September, basically. It was like August, I think they finally came out to tell us what the prices were going to be on the car, like July or August. Seriously. It wasn't until like almost September they finally told me what it was cost to order a 3. Unbelievable. That was this year, guys. 2019. I didn't know what they were going to, I knew it was going to be close to between 18 and 20,000 on top, but I wasn't sure exactly how much. The thing is, what upsets me is, if I hadn't bought the van, of course the van was a 7-passenger. It was a great car, kind of, for work. But if I hadn't bought the van, if I would have just pre-ordered the Model 3 back in the day, I could have swung it probably. I could have swung the car payments on the bottom end Model 3 now. You live and learn. That's why I'm going for the truck now. I want a pickup. By the time I get that pickup, I'm definitely going to be ready for a pickup. My goal is to have a property by the time I get the pickup, a second property. I'm looking at just land. Land, believe it or not, guys, you go far enough outside of Tokyo, land's very cheap over here. I can get a few acres for like $60,000. Not bad. So I was thinking about buying a couple acres of land. If I can get an old house or some kind of shack or something on the property, bonus. But if not, I'll just use the land, and that's what I need a truck for, because I want to do a lot of homesteading and stuff. My plan is to I would like to get a house, like a small little house, like a little farmhouse on this little teeny property. My wife and I could move into and retire at, and then eventually either. I don't think my kids are going to want this house, so I'll eventually just sell it and divide the money and retire off of that, basically. This house is kind of worth a good amount of money because it's so close to Tokyo in a way. It's right next to a major train station, a really good train station. It is expensive, but that's because it's a straight line right to Tokyo Station. So it's a good location. The property value is a little good over here. But that also means higher property taxes. I want to get away from that for retiring. So that's why I'm thinking of going way out in the country and homesteading. And that's what I need a pickup for. So I've got my eye out for that. Super expensive. Are they? I thought they were 16-inch rims. They do look big though, don't they? They do look bigger. Are those 20s? Maybe those are 20-inch rims. Maybe I was wrong. Those do look big. I don't know. Yeah, those tires are going to be expensive. Uh-oh. My stream health is not very good. What's going on? Let me check. Got some troubles with my stream health. Can you guys see me okay? Can you guys see me okay? Okay. Yeah, I've got a bad stream health right now. So my light's orange, not green, so I apologize. Okay, thanks. All right. The watt hours per mile is probably going to be better, believe it or not, than it'll probably be better for sure than the X. Because this thing's actually pretty aerodynamic. Elon was pretty impressed. He showed the numbers, and so this car could do better than an X on watt hours per. You guys go by watt hours per mile. We go by kilowatts per. Was it kilometers per kilowatt hour? It's the same thing. What is it? The X gets? What does it get? On a good day, 300 some watt hours or something like that. It's super heavy though. True. Good point. But I mean, it has to be. We're looking at what, 100 kilowatt hour battery probably on the entry level, and they're saying 250 miles plus in America. So it's got to be pretty aerodynamic for those kind of numbers. Only 100 kilowatt battery on such a heavy vehicle. It's got to be pretty decent. Mine's rated for 250 watt hours per mile. Oh, really? Well, then the X can't be that good. But everybody says it's actually higher than that. As a matter of fact, some guys took out their 3 and they drove at the same speeds that the speed limits are over here. They drove at 35 miles an hour and they got double. They went. Their car was rated like almost 300 miles, and they got 600 miles on that car because they went 35 miles an hour the whole time, just to prove it's possible. And that's what I'm saying. Over here, that's an average speed. 25 to 35 is normal over here. All the streets around my house, it doesn't go over 35 miles an hour. Some are 20 miles an hour. 35 miles an hour is max. And if you go on the highway, 40 miles an hour is pushing it. That's the absolute fastest you can go. And so you can imagine what the range is going to be like for a 3, an S, an X, or any of them over here. The numbers are staggering when you look at the watt hours per kilometer over here. It's staggering. Leaf gets twice the range in Japan, basically. Yes, and I've proven that. Thanks to my channel, I've proven that. I've proven what I just said. That in America you get on a best day maybe 80 miles on the newest 24-hour Leaf, it may be 80 miles. I double that. I can double that. Almost double that. On a good day, I can get about 140 something miles on a good day. So almost double. So, and that's a Leaf. And Tesla are supposedly more efficient. I think they are. I mean, honestly, I don't own one, so I don't know. I can't do these numbers myself, you know. But yeah, it looks like it's even more efficient than a Leaf. I know they're better aerodynamics. The S is definitely better aerodynamics than a Leaf, but so I won't have any issues there. No, I won't. Absolutely not. There's this cool app. Let's see, I have it on my phone. There's this really cool app. What's it called? Superchargers. It's called Superchargers. And what you can do is you select the supercharger, and then you can hit some kind of thing, and it's kind of like that blue button on your steering wheel on your Leaf. You hit that, it'll tell you at what charge you're at, what kind of range you have from that supercharger, what kind of range you're gonna have. Using like a big circle. It's just like the Leaf has on the steering wheel on the first gen Leaf. Anyways, it was really impressive. Like I was being conservative. I was being very conservative because we don't know what the truck's gonna really do yet. And with my conservative numbers, it's like you can go from Kyoto almost to Fukushima on one charge. I mean, that's just insane. That's huge. So yeah, it's gonna have these numbers are gonna be really impressive over here. You floored too much. I can see why. It was addictive. That 3-point something acceleration. That thing is 3 point something seconds acceleration. That's addictive. I mean, that felt, I don't know why, but it felt harder than when I was in the S, in the dual motor S. And the only thing I think is the suspension, I think, is a little stiffer in the 3, so you really feel it when you hit that axle. Bam! Just like you get slammed that seat so hard. I mean, whack! It's just you feel those G's so quickly in the 3, and that was fun. I can see that. Yeah, sexy. The 3 is a really good looking car. I didn't realize how good looking it is. And on the interior, I love the interior. Even just the what do you call it? The pillars and just everything with the big glass roof. It's just a really attractive. It just looks so sleek, clean, expensive, even though it's not. It looks expensive, but it's not. For you guys, it's really not. Especially with you guys still get tax refunds and stuff, rebate stuff. I don't get any of that over here either. Something I can't even look forward to either is a tax rebate. None of that stuff exists anymore in Japan, which is the way I feel that's the way it should be. If the car is good, it'll sell itself. You know that. I always say that. But at least you guys still have that in America. So, I mean, you're really, okay, my cousin, he just had an accident, totaled his car. And I said, you should get a 3. And they kind of laughed, like, oh. And he lives in Portland. That's like a great location for an electric car. Oh, electric car is so expensive. Like, are you kidding me? After your tax rebates and everything, it's going to be cheaper than a gasoline car to buy. Not even including the running costs. I was like, get a 3. It's safer too. You probably won't have an accident next time. Had an accident because the car wasn't paying attention for you. The 3 will pay attention. It'll help you out a little bit. It's like that Honda I have. I love that Honda because it's like having an extra pair of eyes on the road. Sometimes you get distracted. In the car, at least you're a little bit more comforted that you know the car might be paying attention when you're being distracted, and it's worked. It does pay attention. That little cheap little K car of mine that has something similar to autopilot, it's called Honda Sensing. It's constantly, even when you're not using the cruise control, it's constantly sensing everything around it, just like autopilot, just like the Tesla does. And so sometimes when I'm being distracted, I'll hear a dong, and I'll look, and it'll get a big red warning sign on the dash, big red light warning sign on the dash saying warning, and you know, either slam on the brakes or excel depending on what the situation is. But it's nice. It saved my butt. My second week owning it, I had a close call. Something happened, and the car slammed its brakes in front of me, and I didn't know that. In this car, the Honda, that little K car, if I had not put on the brakes, if I had still been on the XL, it would have slammed on the brakes. Nick of time. They always say don't trust it, but it does work. But it's like it'll stop probably like this close to the car because it waits till the last second. It wants you to do it. But if you don't do it, it will absolutely slam on. It'll do what they call a Q brake. You know, it'll stop in the nick of time of hitting. And it's just a peace of mind, man. It's a peace of mind having that. And the Model 3, all the Teslas have that. And my cousin probably wouldn't have had an accident if he wasn't in that Ford, if he was in some kind of car with that same system. Let's see. I don't have any issues there. 3 is too fast to be efficient for me. I Ford too much. 3 is lighter too. Yeah. My Leaf is 4.3 miles per kilowatt hour. That's not bad, Aaron. Very good. For America speeds, that's really good. Don't know the numbers for Model 3 in America, so it feels easier to move. And Tesla sold so many cars, the tax rebate went down. Oh, that's right. Not over here, though, but that still doesn't matter. The government just got rid of it on all the cars. But Tesla hasn't sold hardly anything over here. Expires at the end of the year, so not much time left for it. You're right. So anybody gets a Cybertruck, they don't get that. Oh, well. I think it's only 1.5 or something now. Yeah. I think that's what it is right now. I mean, there is a little bit left. Like if you buy a Leaf, a 62 kilowatt Leaf, you might get $1,000 back, maybe. But the Tesla, I think you still might get like that 1,500. It's nothing. I mean, it's not even worth mentioning. Ah, crap! I just left my cap. It's not even worth mentioning on a when you're dealing with a $70,000 car. It's not even worth mentioning. I'd rather take that money and put it towards supercharging. Over here, it's $18 a supercharge if you want to charge it 100%. The guy explained it to me on Model 3. I said, what does the Model 3 cost to supercharge? Well, he says it's 30 yen per minute, which is like 30 cents a minute. I was like, oh. And I said, so an hour would be, it was about $18 an hour. I was like, ow. You don't charge by the kilowatt? He says, Japan, we can't. I found out a lot of stuff. This guy gave me a lot of good information. Japan, I was right about a lot of things. I was. Tesla, the way it operates over here, it is an independent company. Elon doesn't really exactly own it because you can't really own your company. I mean, he kind of is connected to it, but there is a third party that owns Tesla. It's called Tesla Japan. It's kind of I guess Elon set it up, but it's still, there's a Japanese guy that's in charge kind of thing. It's very complicated. They all have to do it. Ford, Honda, Chrysler, they all go through somebody else. Coca-Cola, Pepsi, they have to go through somebody else. They can't own their own company in Japan. And that's why Benz is through Yanase. I think it's called Yanase. You sell Benz through that, and BMW is some other company. Anyways, so the government is so strict over here. Did you know, like, the software updates? They can't even put a software update on the car until the government approves it. So they have to get the data from Tesla America, take it over to government, some kind of government agency, have the government agency go through the data and approve it and get it approved. So they're way behind on the updates over here. They haven't even gotten the stoplight, the red light warnings over here or anything like that. They were shocked when I told them what was available over in America. I was like, what? Like the lane change assist, that's over. We don't have that over here. The stoplight thing, it doesn't stop the car in America, but it warns you the red light. They doesn't have that over here. They were kind of shocked. Everything's just a pain. The charging networks, they'll never be able to do 250,000 or 250. Where's it go? What are we looking at? Oh gosh, my brain's going bad. What is it right now? They're 125 kilowatt chargers right now in America, like up to 125, maybe some places 150 maybe. But anyways, they're saying they're going to be 250 kilowatts in the future. Japan, we can't even do 125. The governments won't let you do it. They're strict about this stuff. So we're not going to have as quick of charging. That's why it's also harder to set up networks, the charger networks and stuff. It's so anal. The government's so anal about everything. Everything has to go to the government. Any kind of a change on a car, anything, you have to get permission from the government to make the changes on the car. They're very anal about it, and so it's driving Tesla nuts. And so knowing all that, I actually said to the guy, well, then actually I'm impressed you guys are still around. Because honestly, when it was just the Model S, with you guys just had the Model S, I didn't think you were going to make it. Now you guys, you even have even more chargers. You only had 7 chargers back then. Now you have 20-some chargers, and charge locations, and you also have you got the X, the S, the X, the Y, and the 3 available over here now. It's like good for you guys, because I can't. I don't know how you did it, how you managed. I said that. Yeah, state incentives. Thank you, state incentives. You wouldn't want to charge to full, just go to 80%. Right, and Tesla even says that too. I noticed that. As a matter of fact, on their phone app, not the car, for reason not the car, but on the phone, if you use the Tesla app, you actually have an 80 mark. You can actually set it to 80. For some reason on the car, it doesn't do that. I don't know why, but that's what the people say that own the 3. They say, yeah, they can set it from the phone app. By the way, the phone app, I love my Leaf because I can remote control a lot of things from it. But the Tesla phone app is just out. It's out of. It's changed a lot since the last time I saw the Tesla phone app. It's amazing all the stuff you guys can do with that. That's insane. You can actually you can send your Netflix, the show you're watching on Netflix, and send it over to the car and have it waiting for you, or like an address that's in your address that's in your calendar for, like, if you have a business account, you have your appointment set up, and there's an address, it'll automatically go over to the car and it'll be waiting for you. It'll say, do you want to go to this location now at this time? It's just like, it's insane. The app is really good. The Tesla app on the phone. Let's see. They basically charge what it costs them, assuming you leave early, right? I've never seen the stoplight or stop sign warning. It's extremely rare to get. Yeah, that's what I hear from everybody, but it's getting better. 120 kilowatt hours of starting one. Okay. It's 150 kilowatt hours now for, not kilowatt hours, 150 kilowatts. Hours would be the battery. You're talking about the charger. 150 kilowatt now for the version 1 supercharger. I think it might be around $7 for Model 3 to supercharge. That's cheap. Version 3 is 250 kilowatts. Right. And they're saying the truck's going to have that. It's going to come standard with the version 3. But it won't do me any good over here. I can vent my windows now from my app. Not sure when I'd use that, but still cool. Yeah, actually, I had a long time ago. I don't know why I had it, but I had it was a Mitsubishi K car called a Topo BJ. Terrible name, BJ. Topo BJ, kid you not. That's what it's called. And I never wanted to say the BJ part, but it's called Topo BJ. And I had a remote, and I could do all kinds of stuff. I could even roll down the windows from a remote. I could unlock the car. I could fold the mirrors. I could roll down the windows and roll them up. And rolling down the windows actually comes in handy, like with kids and pets, obviously. If you're not gonna, if you're like going to take your dogs with you somewhere, and you're gonna stop at a park or stop at a supermarket, you can hit that thing and the windows will roll down. And I guess that's what it's for, maybe. I don't know. Of course, Tesla has that really cool mode. Not Sentry mode, just the other mode where you can keep a pet in and it'll have a big display on the screen letting people know, don't break the windows, the air conditioning is going, the dog is fine. That's really cool. They have that feature as well. That's another thing I like about Tesla. I have, as a person that owns pets and also has kids, and I sometimes have to leave the kids in the car real quick. It's nice to have that feature where people aren't going to freak out. Oh, you got your kid in the car, you got your dog in the car. No, I got the air conditioning on too. It's an electric car. You can do that with a Leaf, but you don't have a big sign saying, I got air conditioning on, leave me alone, you know? So it's kind of cool. Dog mode. That's what it's called, dog mode. It's literally called dog mode. That's cool. Tesla's got so many cool things. Sentry mode is another really big deal. That's awesome that they're using all the stuff that's meant for your cruise control and stuff. They use that for watching your car from all angles, and it's working out. It's catching people doing nasty things and stuff all the time, and it's working great. I love that. Not a lot of people watching today. I guess it is kind of a weird time of day, though. I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. Romance mode 2, haha. Yeah, I heard about that. What does that do again? What does that do? Lowers the lighting or something? I don't remember what that does. There's all kinds of weird stuff on that thing. I think it's really cool they have an arcade mode and you can hook up your controller to the car and you can play video games. My son would love that. I like the fact that now you can watch YouTube and Netflix while you're charging and stuff. I wish they would offer that. Like, Japan's not as strict as America, and so you can get an aftermarket kit and you can make it so you can watch TV or whatever while you're driving, because they figure the rest of the people in the car, they want to watch. They have to trust the driver's not going to pay attention too much. But Tesla, because it's a software deal, you can't do it. One guy got clever though. What he did is he tied in because you can use the back camera, you can go pretty full screen with the back camera on your Model 3, and so he tied it into that, and he watches Netflix through his back camera somehow. I don't know how he did, but he did. Smart guy over here. He did find a loop around. It's not perfect, but it works. Right, fireplace video plays on the screen and romance music plays, turns on the heat. Gattaca. That's Gattaca. I don't know if anybody remembers that movie from 1998, Gattaca. Great movie, where the main character, he was created in the backseat of a car. And his brother was genetically engineered. Great movie, Gattaca. You remember it? Yeah, it was a great movie. Ethan Hawke. Right, Ethan Hawke, right? Ethan Hawke, right? It's not Tony Hawk, it's Ethan Hawke, right? Good movie. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it is a good movie. Let's see. I had some other stuff I want to talk about, but I guess I nailed everything. Oh, my stream keeps going in and out on quality. I'm sorry. The video quality is probably pretty bad. Oh, yeah, I do need to talk about one more thing. YouTube is really... I don't know if you guys have looked at my channel recently, but pretty much all my videos are gone except for a couple. Check out my Christmas. I made a Christmas video a few years ago with my little kindergarten kids. I put it back up. Check it out. It's cute. The kids are cute. Yeah, over the air digital TV in the car. Cool. Yeah, we have that. The Leaf has that, and that's kind of cool. The Leaf has something that Tesla doesn't have. Believe it or not, it's kind of crazy. Also, we have the operator service, which Tesla could easily do, but I guess that costs too much money because they have to have staff. Even though what Nissan does, I think they use people at home. Because a lot of times when you call the operator, it sounds like they're in their house and they just have a computer and just it's kind of cool. You can work from your house, And you just program the car from that computer, and then the nav gets set from there. It's pretty cool. Let's see. So yeah, YouTube is getting stricter. I had to be really careful because I had my kids in the videos and stuff. And starting January 1st, they're gonna get really strict about kids' videos, even though it was all YouTube's fault. They got busted. YouTube got busted. They got caught stealing or just collecting tons of data on children when they shouldn't have been. They get busted, and their plea bargain, their plea deal with them was to burn all the YouTubers out there. So YouTube was a win-win for them because they've been wanting to. They for the longest time they've been wanting to go. They want to make YouTube into like a Hulu or a Netflix channel. They don't want private individual YouTubers anymore, and this is a great way to burn a lot of them because anything with children, and they're very vague on the rules. They can charge you $42,000 per video that they claim you violated, and good luck on fighting the government on whether fighting them and saying that I disagree with that judgment. So I've just to play it safe, I've deleted not deleted, but I've privatized all my videos with my children in them, and like my robots, anything that kids might be attracted to in a video, I had to take all that stuff down. I just took everything down at the same time. I'm just playing it safe. Most use internet radio though, yeah, or phone. Okay. Aaron, does Tesla have HD radio? Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's what they're pushing over here. They're pushing you pay the first year is free, but after the first year you have to pay $100 a year for the LTE, the cellular service on the 3. But what that does, that also includes you can do web. You got the web app and YouTube and the radio. You can do some of the radio. Those what are those radio stations are? Those internet radio stations. He says if you don't get that, if you get the cheapest model, see once again you can't. They choose the car. So like if you want the rear wheel drive model, it doesn't come with the LTE. You can get the updates and you'll get some things, but you won't be able to do web surfing because you're on a cheaper cellular plan. So you won't do web surfing. You can't watch videos. You don't get the music channels. So, but he says just use your phone. You can just use your phone and you Bluetooth your phone to the car. I said, do you have? Does the car come with Apple CarPlay? No, it doesn't come with that. But you can just use that. But he says it might not. You might have to use your phone to. It might not show up on the screen. You might have to use your phone to choose the music and stuff. That's how basic it is on the entry level over here. Yeah, Spotify. Tune in to Spotify. No Slacker over here, but we have Spotify and TuneIn. And technically you have to pay for those. But the first year's free. But once again, like if I buy the entry level and I want to pay the extra, like I want to pay the $100 a year for the better cellular service, they don't give you that option. They're trying to force you into the higher end, more expensive Teslas because they feel like we don't want to waste our money buying these cheap ones. We want the better ones. We want a better, higher profit margin because it costs so much to import them over here. So they're trying to force you into the more expensive cars. Yeah. So, anyways, getting back to the YouTube thing. My channel might be non-existent in the near future, so I'm switching over to what's it called? Not Spotify. Not Spotify. What's it called? D-Link? What's it called? I just set up an account. What is it called? D-Live. I have a DLive account and a BitChute account. If my channel does disappear, I'll switch over to there. My DLive account, it's not being used at all. So right now the name is Tokyo Bear. My name's Tokyo Bear on DLive, and I'm not sure if I'll even change the name. If I lose my channel here, I just might stick with Tokyo Bear. But we'll still talk about this kind of stuff and things. But with Tokyo Bear, I can do anything I want. I can talk about anything I want, basically. That's the idea. I thought Tesla only has streaming radio. I've never seen anybody use regular radio or HD. No, there's no regular radio on a Tesla. It's streaming radio. Oh, never use it. Early models had AM, but they removed it. Right. There you go. Right. I didn't even know they had AM. But yeah, it's gone now. It's strictly streaming radio, I think. I don't know. What does that I asterisk mean? Oh, I get it. Instead of, oh, never used. I thought you were talking about Obama. Obama never used it. It has FM still. It does? I had no idea. The guy didn't even mention that to me. It does have FM. Well, that's cool. But you don't want to listen to FM in Japan. They just talk. They don't play music. They'll play like a quarter of the song and they'll start talking again because of the legalities and stuff. They can't play the whole song, even on FM. It's just a joke. And I'm telling you, listen to two Japanese DJs, one with a woman, with a nasal woman voice. They just talk to their nose. And the other guy thinks he has a super low kakui voice. Listen to those two people talk for more than 3 minutes and just want to blow your brains out. Honestly. Even the Japanese feel that way. I kid you not. It's pretty annoying. Not worth mentioning. Exactly. Wow, that's crazy. He says that's crazy to what? The radio stations? Yeah. I just hate commercials. Oh gosh, I know. That's all they have over here is commercials too. That's why web radio is the way to go, guys. Who uses FM even anymore? Web. Really was impressed with that car. Oh, I really am. I'm jealous now. You have a beautiful car. That thing's crazy. I like it more than the S in some ways. Some ways I do. The styling, I would say, is just as good as the S. It's just it's just shrunken. I don't know. S is still sexy, but I don't know how to explain. The 3 was beautiful. We took it out and we had it at night with the LEDs on and everything. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful night illumination. Is really nice on that car. I like it. Yeah, I get it. I haven't listened to radio in a long time anyway. Yeah. Who does anymore? Thanks to the internet, we don't have to listen to those stupid commercials or those stupid DJs anymore. Unless you listen to Apple Music. Who listens to that crap? I tried that. I didn't want to pay for the Apple Music, so I tried just listening to you can listen to the radio station, Apple Music radio station for free, but they have DJs and commercials and stuff, and they're just the most annoying people in the world. Can't stand any of them. Don't like them. Not the Dr. Dre show, none of them. I don't like any of those things. No, they're just the most annoying people. Just listen. They like to hear themselves talk. That's all they do. Yeah. Like me, right? S is still my favorite looks-wise. It is gorgeous. It is a beautiful car. There is something about, but I know a lot of S and X people are actually jealous now that now you can do Netflix full screen and they're kind of jealous that their 7-inch display is like long ways. They wish it was that way now. I don't know. It still looked pretty big. I saw a guy show it on his Model S, and that's still a pretty good sized picture, you know. I kind of like the built-in. I'm not a big fan of the tablet looking. It looks like a wall-mounted TV on your dashboard. I kind of like the 17-inch like built right into the dash the way it is. It is a little bit more sophisticated looking. I like that. Yeah, the S is a beautiful car. You miss yours? Yeah. Neil's not here. Usually Neil will be talking because Neil just bought a S kind of recently. I don't know what year his is. So he bought it used. Got a really good deal. And he loves the S. He loves it. Yeah, well, if you only can use it when you're stopped, yeah, when would you? Right? Even when you're charging, usually when you're charging on a supercharger, with the range that you have on that kind of car, it means you've been driving for quite a while. You want to get out, you want to get something to eat, you want to stretch your legs, you want to use the toilet. You don't have time to watch a video anyways. It's kind of stupid. That's why I wanted to make it so you can watch the video while you're driving, so at least the passengers can enjoy, have some entertainment. Jeez. I try any chance I get. Yeah, it charges way too fast. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's another thing about Teslas. If you're only charging 80%, yeah, it's not an hour. It's not an hour to 80%, and especially if you're starting out, you shouldn't go below 40 or 30%. It's 30 minutes max to charge it up to 80%. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely can't watch any of my episodes. Not the way I talk. I'm a little bit over an hour right now. I'm watching my time. I want to do a little bit longer than last time's stream. But, yeah. Only 3 people watching anyway, so it's a nice private chat. Yeah. Well, I'm serious, man. My videos are so long because I can just talk and talk and talk. So, I got to start working out, man. My man boobs are starting to get kind of big. I had a really bad back for a while there, and so I couldn't work out. So my muscles are kind of limp right now. No definition hardly. Used to be a lot bigger than that. I need to start working out. Got my dumbbells right there. I'm not much eye candy anymore. I'm getting old. Not 50 yet, people, but I'm getting there. Oh, gosh. I had other things I want to talk about. Let's see. Is this video? That's that. I already showed you that. I had another picture I was going to show, I thought. Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah. Bring it up. Local image. Sorry about the shake, guys. Just bear with me. Yeah, there we go. Boom. I took that picture. Yeah. What do you think? Do you think that's going to look normal? You don't think it's not going to draw attention too much, is it? You just lost 30 pounds? Good for you, no? Awesome. 30 pounds gone. Yeah, 30 pounds. I want to lose 30 pounds of just ugly weight, and that means cutting my head off, so I don't know. Most of my weight's in my belly. I got a big belly. Definitely not normal. No, it's not, is it? You know, I was making a joke, but I'm halfway serious about this joke. I felt like saying, thanks a lot, Elon, for wanting to show off how tough it is by throwing things at it and hitting it with hammers and stuff. I get to see the kids coming home from school. I have tons of kids, so the junior high is here, and the kids walk home this way. And they go by my house, and they get so close to my cars as it is already. And they're wild. They're very wild boys and stuff. A lot of them are in baseball clubs and stuff. I get to see them like chucking their baseballs at the truck or hitting it with a baseball bat. Look how tough it is, dong! It's like, thanks a lot, Musk. I'm going to have to deal with that crap if I have it parked in front of my house. I guarantee you're going to have people doing that, kicking it. Look how strong it is, gong! I'll come out with a big dent in it one of these days. I thought it was stronger than that. You can handle quite a bit, but maybe a bowling ball against the side might do some damage. Yeah. I wonder if anyone else is going to have that problem with people like neighbors like wanting to do what they saw on TV. Like, oh, let me try that out. Yeah. People might think, well, you know what? I'm sure you saw this because I saw it when I was looking into I'm just trying to find every Cybertruck video I can find. The police departments are already ordering this truck. The sheriff's departments are already like, dude, we want this truck. This thing's going to be awesome. It really could be used for, not military personnel, really. They have much stronger armored vehicles. But for police, 9mm is all they have to worry about mainly, really, with these gangbangers. Most of them use like 9mm Uzis and, Glocks and things like that. Most of them are 9mm caliber. So the truck actually would really, really work great for them. They could open that door and it would actually be a real shield behind. They'd be standing behind a real shield for a change instead of just a regular steel door that the bullets can go right through. So yeah, it is grabbing the attention of law enforcement. So yeah, I mean that's what I'm talking about, man. This truck, so many levels is so good. It's so good for the price. Yes, you can get it you can buy the tri-motor. It gets pretty expensive with the tri-motor, but still cheaper than the Rivian. And it's just so loaded. It's just so loaded with so many things that can... I mean, it's just built tough. It's it's got that stainless steel. It's got the runners in the back on the bed. You're gonna have so many modular things. You're gonna be able to do so many different things with it. It's gonna be so expandable. There's gonna be so many options available for it. It's just an amazing vehicle. And I think that's why I titled this "Where do we go from here?" Because I think we're looking at a change in vehicles. I think Tesla really hit something here. It affected everybody the same way. Everybody saw it the first time, hit them in the gut like ew. But then it was for most people, I would say about 80% of the population, maybe 70%. It was like almost within an hour, they're already changing their mind. They're already accepting. Their brain was already willing to accept the new looks. And now, I don't want anything different than that. I love the looks of that truck. That thing is just so badass. It's so gorgeous in so many ways. And let me play that video for you like that. I mean, just look at it.
In every life we have some trouble.
Jeez. Every angle looks good on it now. And if they change anything for the production model, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be very upset.
Don't worry, be happy.
Yeah, they do have pickup trucks. Yeah, they use, I think they're using Ford F-150s right now, actually. The Border Patrol uses big Ford F-150s. Yeah, that's why I turned it back off. I had music playing on that video. I used that video at the beginning of my. I used the video at the beginning of my live stream while people are still not showing up yet. I play that video while I'm waiting for people to show up. So it's got some music playing, and so you know I'm the audio's working and the video's working. Yeah, the truck is just. I'm all on board on that truck. I love the light bar on the front. I love the light bar on the top. The taillight is awesome. I love the tailgate. I mean, they even put a ramp. I mean, this thing is so low. They even put a ramp in it. No truck has a ramp built right into it. This thing has a ramp built into it. It's got a tonneau cover, an automatic tonneau cover built right into it. And it's also so strong, they call it a vault when it's closed. Because you can't, drilling stainless steel is almost impossible. It's going to be impossible to break into that truck. I mean, it is well worth the money. There's another guy, I was watching him, just yesterday I was watching him he was watching the reveal. It was one of those, I don't usually watch these videos where you watch the person react video. And this guy's, he does supercars. He's a what do you call it, petrol head or whatever. He's a grease monkey. He likes gasoline cars. His shop is all about, he's a big channel, huge channel. I think he's in Canada. And he does muscle cars, Chargers, and lots of different Dodge vehicles, but also other supercars. And he's like, you'd be stupid not to buy that truck. He kept saying, he's like, that it checks every box. It checks every box. He says it is wild. It's hard for me to wrap my brain around that styling right now, but its functionality is so perfect. It's so perfect, the functionality. So yeah. Would you consider the solar roof cover? Everybody keeps asking me that. I would if it wasn't too expensive. I just know it's going to be too expensive. Because what I am doing is I'm going to get the ATV. What I am doing is I pre-ordered, if you saw my thing, I don't know if you can see it on that screen. When I pre-ordered, I did pre-order with the full autonomous driving kit. It's $7,500 over here for that. And I changed my mind since then. I was like, no, you know what? If I take that off, because the basic bare bones autopilot is actually really good still, and you still get the updates and stuff. They're gonna still tweak it. It's not gonna be full autonomous. It's not gonna be level 3. It's just gonna stay at level 2, which is fine. And I love level 2. It's fine. Just have to keep my hands on the wheel or stick a tangerine in the steering wheel. But anyways, level 2 is fine with me. And the money I save, I can put towards that ATV. And also, my wife is dying for that camping kit, which Elon tweeted it's going to be available, that tent and the cookers and stuff. Because my family loves camping. And we did it in the van a couple times. And it was cramped and it was hard to do. But we like camping so much that was fun even in that. But this truck's going to make it so much more fun. We're gonna have some really good times in that truck. So the money I save off of not doing the full... Besides that, it's not. This country's so strict. You can't. The smart summon, not available. Won't be. It will never be available. The guy warned me about that. So most likely, the level 3 will never be available. So why am I paying $7,500 for something I won't get over here anyways? So yeah, I would like the solar cover if it's affordable. If it's only like a 2,000 only. Well, when you're dealing with a car that expensive, 2,000 is kind of cheap. If it's $2,000, then I can put that $1,500 I get from the tax thing. I'll put it towards the solar roof if it's $2,000 option. But I have a feeling it's gonna be more than that. But yeah, because over here, that's like 50 kilometers a day, dude. 50 kilometers a day. 50 kilometers will get me to Tokyo and back almost. Almost, not quite. This 50 kilometers in Japan it's a long range. So you could really take that truck out in the middle of nowhere and not worry about not having a charger. If it's summertime or at least fall where it's nice sunny weather like right now. We get a lot of sunny weather in the fall and the winter time. Lots of sun in the fall and winter. So you got that kind of weather. I could charge 50. I could get about 50 kilometers a day almost. So it'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, it would. I just know my hand. Woo! Jazz hands! Jazz hands! Jazz hands! Sorry. Oh my gosh, I gotta watch out. I don't like my hand movements. I do this a lot. And I don't mean to, guys. I don't know why I do that. I gotta watch out for that. Keep in mind, after my father had his nervous breakdown, I was raised by women. 2 sisters and a mom only, and my dad was in the hospital most of the time and stuff. So I was around women most of my life. And then when they got divorced, my wife's not charging. There we go. When they got divorced, I was living with my mom as a teenager. And so I have some kind of non-masculine traits I'm trying to get rid of. It's a hard habit to break. Not on purpose. My father also, he was to me a macho guy, but to other people he wouldn't be so macho. He wasn't into sports. He didn't drink beer. He didn't spit, didn't smoke, didn't do any of that stuff. He was not into sports at all. Didn't watch any sports. But he was a mechanic. He was an airplane mechanic, a jet engine mechanic. He was a pilot. He also self-taught himself in electronics. He actually got a higher score than MIT people when he went to the test at Hewlett-Packard. The guy he built an addition onto a house. He bought a house, and my mom, said, well, one day she was drinking coffee before going to work. She said, well, it'd be nice if we had an addition, like another room here. And he did it without complaining or anything. He just got to work and did it. And he could wire houses because he was also, when he was young, he helped his grandfather wire houses. So he was competent in that stuff too. So he was a man. He was a masculine guy, but he just wasn't like macho, kind of like what Hollywood promotes as masculine. And so, yeah. What's the plan? I say we here. Yikes. Yeah. Exactly. Yikes. Hi. How are you? I try to, I'm just subconsciously, I can't stop doing it, I guess. I don't know. Like, if you watch my videos, that's why I take some of them down. When I'm talking in the car, I'll be talking, I do that sometimes. So it's like, and I'll catch it, I'll be watching the videos like, oh, gosh. I try not to do that, guys. I apologize. Because I'm trying to be, even though I wasn't raised that way, I'm trying to be a little more masculine for the Generation Zers and the millennials out there, because they wear like skinny jeans, and they wear their hairstyles are kind of feminine, and they're starting to wear makeup even and stuff. So I'm trying to be as masculine as possible for me to be, even though I wasn't raised in a very like that kind of household. But I'm trying to be somewhat of a role model to these young kids out there. These boys are just way too feminine out there. I mean, especially over here in Japan. So I'm just trying to be some kind of a role model. Trying, not working. Electric camping. Can you idle and run heat and slowly top up on a solar? Oh, you can. Yeah, exactly. Right. We had that's what I liked about the van, or even a Leaf, or even a Model S. The Model S, there's a really cool camping kit. I can't remember the name of it, but there's a company that makes beds that are made for the Model S. They're really cool, and the X. And there's a YouTuber over here, Japanese guy, has a Model S, and he was showing off the kit. It looks really cool. It's super comfortable. Anyways, the beauty of the sleeping in your electric car is, yeah, you can have the heat going or air conditioning going, and you're not going to be bothering your neighbors. You're not putting out any pollutants in the air. It's great because especially over here, the campsites, a lot of campsites, you can't even use a generator. You're not allowed to use even a gasoline generator to power your campsite or anything. So that's where electric cars they shine, man. They shine over here. So, yep. Already talked about that before, though. Okay, so anyways, 5 people watching. Thank you for joining. So getting back, D Live and BitChute. I'm Tokyo Bear on D Live and maybe Tokyo Bear on BitChute as well. Just in case my channel goes down. If you guys haven't noticed, if you take a look at my channel, I don't have very many videos left. I'm just covering my base. I'm just trying to play it safe because YouTube is really out to shut people down, and they're not doing it. It's not just political reasons. It's also they've been saying for the longest time they want to be like Netflix or Hulu, and so that means getting rid of all the lower tier YouTubers. The big tier, the top tier YouTubers, they can start making that YouTube original content, but people like me, not with only 2,000 subscribers. even I don't think Louis Rossman, who has over 1 million subscribers, I don't think anyone's going to be contacting him to make original content for YouTube. I love the guy, but he does board repair on Apple computers. And also right now he's looking for a store in New York, which is really fascinating. And the guy's about to have a nervous breakdown dealing with these scumbags in New York and stuff. But, I had to deal with that too over here. Like my house, I got ripped off really hard when building this house. Just the materials they used were so shoddy and so crappy, and I paid top dollar. Like I was paying for premium materials, and they snuck in the crappy stuff behind my back because I'm not a foreman. They didn't have a foreman. I didn't even have a foreman on site when they built this house. I had to be the foreman. I took an extra long summer vacation. They built the house during my summer vacation, and I took a little extra long one so I could be here on site the whole time. But I didn't get the memos, so these contractors show up and they got a fax from the architect. Send them the plans for like the plumbing, or send them plans for electrics, or send them the plans for the bathroom or the kitchen or whatever. I didn't get it. He didn't send me a copy. And then so like I did miss quite a few. Like the plumber screwed up completely. They put the pipes in the wrong spots. And the worst part was there was another contractor waiting right after the plumbers got done. So right when the plumbers got done, they installed my steel stairs right behind me for going to the second floor. And because of steel stairs, when they were installed, it meant they couldn't do anything with the plumbing. The plumbing was inaccessible. So a lot of mistakes like that. I have holes in my floor downstairs in my parents' apartment, in their house, in their kitchen. They drilled the holes for the plumbing in the wrong spot. And instead of pulling the flooring out, they drilled right through the wood, the flooring and the insulation and the baseboards. They did right through it all. And instead of pulling everything out and replacing the boards and putting in new flooring and stuff, they just moved. They built an extender to the countertop on the bottom. They put a little lip out on the bottom. It came out and it covers the holes. That's all they did to fix that problem. I have so many things like that in this house. So many things like that, because that's how things work in Japan. And apparently that's how things work in New York too. So I feel bad for Lewis because I've been there. Been there, done that, buddy. Been there, done that. I spent a fortune to build this place. A fortune. I won't say, but I spent a fortune to build this place. Good news is I'm more than halfway off. I'm finished with the loan already because I did a short loan, 20-year loan. That's another reason why I'm hurting so bad. My house payment obviously is freaking huge. But I felt like I didn't know what my plans were going to be. I don't know what I was going to do when I wanted to retire. Do I want to stay in Japan or do I want to go back to America? So that's why I was like, I'm not going to be anchored down. I'm not going to be tied down by a loan. So I just did the shortest loan possible. I just got here. Lost one segment. Yes, I did, Jill. I did. I lost a seg. I'm not happy about it, but I can't notice anything different in the driving because it's a subtle thing. The car the range had already gone down a certain amount before I lost the seg already. So it's not like once you lose a seg, all of a sudden it's still the same. I'm doing fine. As a matter of fact, I just love driving that car. I just love everything about it because it's so toasty warm in the wintertime. Those seats work great. The steering wheel is awesome, and the heater works really good. But that steals your range. The heater definitely uses a lot more energy than the air conditioning does in that car. But I love it. I love that car in the wintertime. I'm getting about, let's see, I can work it out for you guys. Roughly right now, I'm 100% charge. Because in the wintertime, because I use it for work, I do have to charge to 100%, which is not a good idea when I have as many cycles on this road. I'm a little over 1,000 cycles already on this Leaf. And I think their batteries are only rated to 1,500 cycles, and then you're like screwed. Well, let's see. I'm getting about divided by 1.6. I'm getting about 74 miles of winter range right now, but I'm only at 3 seg. I mean, I'm not really super low yet. You can have days where it gets down to 1 seg only for temperature on the temperature gauge over here, even in Tokyo. They're rare. Most times 3 is normal, but 2 and 1 can happen. So at 3 segs right now, what we've been having for winter range is about 74 miles, which that's a full charge, which isn't too shabby with a seg missing and it being winter time and using the heater a lot, preheating a lot without plugged in. And it's doing pretty good. I really love that car. State of health. You know what? Good question. Honestly, I don't want to plug in. I haven't plugged in my OBD2. I don't want to look. I don't want to see it. Because remember when I bought it 7 months ago, it was down, but I got up to like 81 or 82%. I almost had it to like 82% health again. I think. Maybe higher. I can't remember now, but I had it up pretty high, right? In the summertime. I took some pictures of that. It's not like that anymore. And so I just don't want to see. I don't want to see how low it is because I don't want to see how close it is to the next seg. Once you lose the first seg on a Leaf, I don't know if you Tesla guys know about this. The first seg I think is 15%. After that, it's every 7%. So it starts going really fast after the first seg, and then it actually drops and then it stabilizes out. Just like all electric batteries do. You get about 70% and it'll stop. It won't go below 70%. But 70% on such a small battery, that's why I've always been a fan of Teslas, because you get a big ass battery, even if you hold on to the car for 10 or plus years and the battery health goes down to 70%, you still got way more range than a brand new Leaf, 24 kilowatt hour Leaf, but when you have a 24 kilowatt hour Leaf, get down to 70%, your range is really like over here, it's like 50 kilometers. I think that's what they're saying. At 70%. 50 kilometer range. 50 kilometers. We're talking like 30 miles, a little less than 30 miles of range on a charge. So it's like, yikes. Yeah, that's where the bigger batteries come in handy. You can handle the degradation better. Because I remember Nissan made a big deal about it. It's like, oh yeah, but you're guaranteed for 8 years to 70% for 8 years, and 70% is great. That it won't drop below 70%. Like okay, so your battery's at 70%, so it's not that bad. It's still gonna go, but it's such a small battery. When you get down to 70% health, you don't have the range that close to what you need. It's great for golfing. Now you have a golf cart basically, or you have the 1980s, 1990s electric cars when they were lead acid battery type. That's what you got. Basically, that can quick charge. That's why the bigger battery is a good thing. It's a good thing. I still charge at 310 miles, rated at 31,000 miles. I don't know what Model 3 do you have? You have just rear wheel drive. You have dual motor. You have extended range. And what was it when it was new? What was your range? Has it changed at all? Now I know the battery packs are better, and also with the battery management system, keeping the battery warm in the wintertime and cool in the summertime, it's much better. Red long range. Okay, so the long range. So extended range is what? It is about 330? I think they rate it. What is it? 330 miles? Is it 330 miles new? I don't think you'd lose that much range. The Tesla, it takes forever to get them down to even 90%. It takes forever to get those things down to 90%. The batteries, the chemistry they use in those batteries, that's why they're so, you don't want the BMS to go bad on a Tesla because the thermal runaway will happen. They're very, the chemistry is extremely strong in those batteries. It was 310 new, but they improved range with software. I see. Okay. So you still, also, I guarantee you, your battery is probably still like 98, 97. The chemistry is much better, much superior, and the BMS, it does make a difference. Charging a cold battery is harder than, to me, high temperatures is not good, but I think charging on a very cold battery is much worse than charging a battery in a hot weather. Much worse cold battery. And that's what's nice about Tesla. And the Tesla has those little dots right underneath, where is it? Underneath, somewhere on your display, underneath the speed limit, you got those little teeny dots. Lets you know how cold the battery is. That's cool they have that. I didn't even know that until I watched one of the videos about that. You know you can change battery cells if you have only some going back. Right. And I'll probably end up using the warranty for that because this battery on my used Leaf, which I love, and I'm really torn. I'm talking to my wife and I'm driving her crazy. I am driving my wife crazy because I keep talking about it. It's like, when this car, when the loan is pretty much done, this battery, it's going to be toast. The battery's going to be toast. It's 4 years from now. Do I want to just get rid of the car or do I want to spend the $7,000 to replace the battery? I love this car. I love the first gen Leaf. I love the sound it makes. I love the dashboard. I just love everything. I love the quirkiness of the light sticking up. I love the ugly little charge door that pops up. Everything about it's so quirky and everything is so different. I love it. I just love this cute little thing. It's just a cute little car, and it's just a nice ride. It has a nice ride. Of course, by then I'm probably going to have to change the suspension, do some work on the suspension for sure. And the brakes will probably need to finally have to replace the brake pads by then. I'm at 60,000 kilometers right now. Of course, actually maybe not, because the guys I bought the car from, the used car dealership, they replaced the brake pads. They didn't have to, but they did because they were selling it. They were selling the car. So probably want to replace the brake pads by then. But yeah, I'm torn. I keep going back and forth. I really want to keep it, but $7,000 for a 24 kilowatt hour battery, don't know about that. But I don't want to buy the recycled batteries because they only guarantee like 80%, 85%. We all know how quick. Once they start dropping, they drop pretty quick. And it's like you're only saving like $3,000 on the deal. It's still pretty expensive. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with it. But yeah. My point is though, the battery is lost a seg. It's starting to drop pretty quick because I have so many cycles. I'm getting to the battery's done really well, but I am getting to the end of the cycles. They're only guaranteed for like 1,500 cycles, something like that, basically. But I have an 8-year warranty, so I think they have to at least keep it at 70%. If I drop below that amount, they have to replace some of the cells, and I'll do that. If it does drop below that. Under speedometer, yeah. You don't need to change the whole pack. Right. I know that. But I mean, at the end of 4 years, I mean, I will want to change the whole pack by then. It's going to be like below 70% by then. It's going to be a 10-year-old car almost. And when the loan's up, it'll be a very well spent battery pack. I'm at 5 years now. No, 6. No, 5. Sorry, 5 years old, right? 5 years. The battery pack at 5 years is at 1,200, 1,300 cycles at 5 years. I got 4 more years left that I'm going to be driving it for sure because of loan. And I still want to hold on to it. I want to keep it. But it's going to be well over the amount of cycles that they're made for. So the battery is probably going to be like bad health, and the warranty will be well over by then. So yeah, I'm going to replace the battery pack eventually. I want to eventually. Let's see. And that's not really a bat temp, but it shows when the bat is too cold or... Oh, okay, so that's what it means. Those dots aren't really the bat temp, okay. By putting limits on region and or acceleration. Yeah, Nissan does the same thing. When your car is really cold, you can't region as well. Like I don't know about the Leaf, but my van had that. When my van was really cold, because the van has much stronger regenerative braking than the Leaf does, you didn't have full regenerative braking. It didn't, even at 50%, 60%, it would be cutting you off. You had to get down pretty low to get the full, if your battery's cold. At least a little bit different because it doesn't have quite the same strength of regenerative braking. But yeah, Leaf does have certain things to protect you from that. Yeah, I think that's what kills the Leaf more than anything is the regenerative braking. I think the guy that owned the car before me, he just drove it like a regular car. He drove it pretty hard, and that's why the battery was in such. Remember, it was in such good shape for almost a 5. It was 4-year-old Leaf. It was in such good condition. I was kind of shocked. And me taking it easy, I take it easy on charging, and I was trying to stay between 40 and 70 on charging for the longest time when I first got it and stuff, and I was doing all kinds of stuff. But I noticed that the numbers started dropping kind of quickly on the state of health, and I figured it must be because I'm also very conscious of EV driver. I try to use the EV braking, the Kaisei braking, the regenerative braking as much as possible, and I think that's what kills the Leaf batteries more than anything. I'm finding out is the regenerative braking because it's so strong. That regenerative braking is so strong for that little teeny battery pack a lot of times, and I'm just cooking the battery with that. Let's see. That's what I need, a battery fresh. Someone has to be able to replace the bad cells, right? Well, Nissan will do it under warranty. If you're not under warranty, you got to find somebody else. If not, you can buy a recycled battery from Nissan. I think they're $3,500. $3,500 for a recycled battery, guaranteed 85% health, guaranteed. That's not good. I know. That is not good. You're gonna have full sex for maybe one season, and then boom, it'll start dropping. Seven people watching now. Thanks for joining. Let's see. Anything else? For you guys that just joined, we were talking about this. So, I did it. I didn't tell anybody at the time, but I pre-ordered the Tesla Cybertruck a day after it was released, or the day after that fiasco they had. I was like a lot of these other Tesla people, and I'm not even a Tesla person. I wasn't. Now I am, I guess. But originally I saw it and it hit me like, ooh, what is that? But it was really quick. My brain started accepting it pretty quickly, and now I just love the design. Especially, a lot of you guys probably saw those videos of Elon driving around in it with going to Nobu and other places. And what's up with that ugly lady in the middle? Dude, that lady was freaky. I don't know what that was all about. Maybe she was dressed cyberpunk, but that was just creeping me out, that lady in the middle seat. But that was just a side note. But yeah, now that with him driving around, we've gotten some daytime video of him driving around in it, and some nighttime video on the highways and stuff. And that truck is just insane. It's just beyond sexy to me. I love the looks. I love it. It's very intimidating looking. I love that about it. And it's just for the amount of money you spend, you get so much vehicle that I felt like, I'd be a fool because I really want to pick up. I'd be a fool not to consider it. So I'm considering it. My plan is to buy it. I don't. Nothing's going to change my mind about it. I'm going to buy it. But financially, I don't know what that's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen because I don't know what's going to cost. We're already at 10% sales tax over. They keep raising it. It could be, by the time it gets over here, it could be 15% sales tax. They keep threatening that. On top of the fact that they already put like $20,000 on top of the original price to get over here. But maybe that'll change with China. They might be producing in China and shipping them over here from China. Who knows? But for now, I definitely want to buy this truck. And this is a really cool app. You get this app, and you can see using the app. This is a real size. I mean, the dimensions are 1-to-1. And so you can see if this truck's going to fit in your driveway or garage and stuff, and people are using it for that. Excuse me. If you're curious what that app is called, it's called AR Cybertruck. And you have to pay money for it, but it's really freaking cool because you can actually drive the truck around. I got some video of me driving it. Let me put that up. You can have fun and drive it around. Pop it up here. Let's do this. So as soon as it's ready, it'll pop up. So it's a really cool app. All right, boom. This is me. I was trying it out. This is what I downloaded this night. I wasn't home at the time. I was picking up a student. And what's really cool is you can even drive it around. You can change the size. You can change it. You can change the dimensions of it. But this is the 1-to-1 ratio. And so I can drive it next to my other cars and see what it looks like in front of my other cars and stuff. It's a really cool app. It's a lot of fun. Remote control Cybertruck. It's pretty cool. Excuse me. AR Cybertruck. Check it out, dudes. Check it out, guys. Or we haven't heard about park your Leaf in the bed of the truck. I know, right? I think my K car might fit in the back of that. My little blue K car probably fit in the back. The weight actually is okay too. This truck is rated at 3,500. That's crazy. 3,500 pounds, right? That's a ton and a half. Almost 2 tons. Almost 2 tons, right? And my K car is like a ton and a half at the most. So technically it should be able to handle the weight of the car. I could probably... I don't know if the ramp can have... That ramp probably would not be able to handle the weight of the car driving in the back of the truck. But the truck itself technically could handle the weight of the car. That would be hilarious to put the K car in the back of that truck. Wouldn't that be funny? There are smaller K cars. Some K cars... There's definitely some K cars over here. I could definitely fit in the back of that truck bed. That would be hilarious. Isn't there a company that offers an exchange for a 41 kilowatt from 21 kilowatt on the first gen Leaf? They actually build the battery. Yes, maybe so. Maybe so. You might look into that. There's got to be options for us Leaf owners, and I'm really torn. I think I would like to hold on to that Leaf as long as I can. I'm seriously thinking about putting a better, when the loan's finished, replacing the battery pack with a brand new battery. That would give me at least another 7 to 8 years of use. Another question is, if you buy a new battery pack, do you get another 8-year battery warranty with a brand new battery pack? That'd be a good question to ask. I bet you do. I bet they would give you an 8-year warranty on the battery pack itself if you buy it brand new from Nissan. But yeah, I'd like to do that. I'd like to get at least another 8 years out of it. I really like that car, and it's a kind of an icon to the beginning of the movement, just like the S is, and just like the Meave, kind of, the iMeave. Those were the 3 basic cars. That's all you had available at the very beginning. The Meave came out first, then the Leaf, and then the Model S. I guess technically the Roadster came out first, but I mean, that was ridiculously expensive back then, and there were no superchargers, not many superchargers at that point. So it was really strictly for riding around. It was just a Sunday driver car at that time. For the mass-produced kind of vehicles, it was the Meave, the S, and the Leaf. And so those cars I will always have a place in my heart in a way, because they changed everything. They changed me. I was very anti-electric until I test drove my first S and then checked out the Leaf. And I realized these cars are viable. They're a little pricey. Back then when I got it, it was pricey. I paid over $40,000 for my Leaf. That's ridiculous if you think about it in this day and age. You think about the truck. The Cybertruck's going to be $39,900, right? For a 250-plus mile range badass truck. And I paid more than that for a 100-mile range Leaf. 140 if you go by Japanese standards. But that's such a short term. The battery life goes down so quickly. You get maybe one season of 140 mile range on that battery pack over here. Times have changed. But still, these cars are what changed everything. They changed everybody's minds, a lot of people's minds. And I think now what Tesla's doing with the Cybertruck and the the 3, Cybertruck, the 3, maybe even the Y, that's even going to get even more people on board with going up full electric. I really do. These prices are much more appealing, and the cars are good looking. You're not sacrificing anything for the lower price. You're really not. The range isn't as high as a Model S, or a Model X, but it's good range. It's a very good range. It's very respectable. So, yeah. There's a small shop in Quebec that will upgrade a Leaf battery. You need to find the larger pack, though. Ah, okay. See, Jill, he has a 62 kilowatt hour Leaf, so it means he could use that. He could get even bigger. Put a 62 hour. Oh, they figured out how to put a 62. Somebody figured out how to put a 62 kilowatt hour. See, I went to the dealership and asked them if I could do that, and they said, "Oh, it's impossible. The software is not compatible." Well, you guys can do it. You could upgrade the software. No, you can't do it. You have to buy a new car. I knew it. Somebody actually figured out how to do it themselves. That's amazing. That would be so cool to have 60. Yeah. Because technically, I think I'd even have better range because I only get 70 kilowatts of power out of my motor. So I'd have this big battery pack and very, very modest motor power. So I'd probably have even more range than the 62 car, the Nissan 62 car, 2 kilowatt hour Leaf car. Yeah. By the way, the guy at Tesla, somebody else, no, maybe you can answer this question. I asked him what was the motor size on the Model 3. He told me 65 kilowatts. I can't believe that. Not with those stats. Not with that performance it was doing. I don't believe that. Not for a second. My Leaf is, I only get 70 kilowatt. I have an 80 kilowatt motor. They on the first gens they only let you have 70 kilowatts of the power because the battery pack is so small. Doesn't feel like that at all. Granted, it's a dual motor, but still, I can't believe it's only 60. Maybe the front motor is 65 kilowatts, but the rear has to be bigger than that. It's not as big as an S. Another question I have, and the guy couldn't answer. Do you guys think, now the Model 3 has, according to Elon Musk, he says the Model 3 has a 1 million mile powertrain. And he proved it by showing pictures and stuff. And that means the motor unit, and also the gearbox. This is good for 1 million miles, he claims. But that's the Model 3, and that's why they're putting those Model 3 motors in the semis. They're good motors. They're very efficient. But the Cybertruck's gonna have a Model S in the back, and it's gonna have a Model S motor in the back, big beefy motor. Do you think that's gonna be a 1 million mile range motor by the time the Cybertruck comes out, or is it? It's still got good range, but it's not a 1 million mile range. Just wondering. Yes, I am, Jill. Please tell me about your winter range. How's you doing lately? I'm very curious. Please tell me about your winter range. If only I could upgrade, but I would just want to refresh my 24 kilowatt. See? Yeah, I feel the same way. I love my little 24 cute. It's such a cutie. But yeah, tell me about your range. You normally get. You have to tell us what you normally get in the summertime. What were you getting for range? Were you getting about 200 miles, 200 plus? So I'm thinking you're getting about 100, and I'm hoping 175 at least. Still, you didn't drop below 175, right? I'm thinking 175. I think S motors are on the same motor design now. Oh, good. Oh, thank you. Good. That's a big deal. Good. Oh, awesome. Really am impressed, man. I drove that Model 3 and I was like, wow. Because I've been in the 62. You guys, I had it for a few days, 62, and I love that. That was a great car, and it had very good acceleration as well, pretty good. And I drove I just recently test drove the iPace. Nothing comes. The 3 is just a very, very unique experience. You guys have to try that 3 out. It was really impressive. The power on that. Of course, I was driving the performance. I was driving the dual motor, but the power was just insane. It's insane. All right, Jill, come on, buddy. We're waiting. Oh, Douglas. By the way, Douglas, thank you for the information on the Quebec power the Leaf battery in Quebec. So there's a shop there. I forgot to say thanks for that. Thank you. Also, I want to check out that Muxan in the Netherlands. Has even put. I'm gonna have to check out Muxan's channel. I want to see that for sure. I'm in kilometers, so summer is 380 kilometers real life. Let me check that out. I'll fix that for you. 380 divided by 1.6. Okay, real life is 238 miles, which is not bad. That's not bad. Because Canada is still kind of a cooler climate, even summertime, and lots of hills, lots of mountains and stuff. Speed's maybe a little lower in the U.S. though. I don't know. Mine is only 0 to 60 and 4.9 after updates. It was 5.4. When I got, I think. So yeah, that's a big deal. 5.4 to 4.9 is a huge deal. 4.9, that's really close to Tesla. What the single motor Tesla truck's gonna be, right? No, what am I saying? Single motor Tesla truck. That's gonna be that 4.9 is the dual motor Tesla truck. Single motor 6 something. So you're 5.4. That's what I was trying to get a 5.4 Model 3 because it's a little faster than the Cybertruck single motor Cybertruck's gonna be. But I thought it was gonna be close. Okay, here we go. Winter freezing temperature 0 degrees centigrade, 310 kilometers. Oh, that's really cold too. That's pretty damn cold. So wow, you're still doing 194. That's really good. That's not bad. So far, so good. Let's keep us posted. Winter is just kicking in. It might get colder even. You might get below 0. But 0 degrees centigrade is wicked cold, man. What is that? What is 0 degrees centigrade in Fahrenheit?
It's 32 degrees Fahrenheit.
I should know that. What am I thinking? I was thinking 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Sorry. It's not super cold yet. Canada gets much colder than that. What am I saying? Quebec especially gets much colder than that. I had it reversed. I was thinking 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Sorry about that. Yeah, minus 15 degrees centigrade. 270, 280 kilometers. There we go. That's more normal for wintertime where you're at, right? So let's do it. 280. There it is, 175. I was right, about 175 miles. Oh gosh, I'm good. Oh gosh, I still got it. I got a little bit of abilities of me. Still got it. 8 Fahrenheit here. That's cold too, buddy. 8 Fahrenheit. 8. That's cold. What is 8 degrees Fahrenheit in centigrade?
Minus 13.3 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, you're really close to what Jill gets over in Quebec. Wow. Minus 11 Fahrenheit wind chill. Yeah, I keep forgetting. You're in Michigan area? Are you near Michigan? Right? I think so. You're not Chicago. You're Michigan, right? Anyways, you're around that area where it's cold. And you got the Great Lakes. That's a cold area. So does Jill. He's on the other side. He's up north of you. You guys have pretty much the same temperature, same weather, basically. Wintertime sucks where you guys live. So 175 is you're in Iowa. How come it's so cold in Iowa? What's going on? Is that normal or that's a little colder than normal, isn't it? You guys are having a little bit colder than normal weather, aren't you? That's a little cold for Iowa. Like minus 11 degrees Fahrenheit wind chill. That's crazy. But Jill, yeah, he's doing pretty well. If he can still at those minus 15 degrees centigrade still pull off 175 miles of range, that's impressive for a car that has 0, battery warming. Well, it doesn't have liquid, it doesn't have the BMS that Tesla has. He might have the electric battery warmers that they put on lease, but I don't even get that over here. That's Iowa. And general should go down to minus 20. Ugh, pretty normal here. Minus 20 degrees centigrade. Ugh. So that'll affect your range even more. You're probably showing you're not showing any bars. Do you have any bars on your temperature gauge? Probably 0 bars. It's probably like flatline. He doesn't get any regen. You get 0 regen. You're just running off of you're using pure battery power when you're driving around in that. You're not getting any regen. Even though it regens, I mean, after your battery gets to a certain level, it shows the regen things, but it's not charging. It's just, you got the braking going, you got the regen braking working, but there's no way that with a battery that cold, it's not going to be able to take any of that. It's not going to be able to take any of that charge. Don't want to be mean and say the temperature here. Well, yeah, we're doing really well today too. Actually, what is the temperature? What's the temp today?
The high temperature for today will be 12 degrees, and the low will be 4.
That's actually cool. But my house is nice and warm because of the sun. What's 12 degrees centigrade in Fahrenheit?
The answer is 37.4 degrees Fahrenheit.
No. No. Stop saying no. What's the tip? Wow, jeez. What do you say? What's 12 degrees centigrade in Fahrenheit? Jeez.
That would be 53.6 degrees Fahrenheit.
54 degrees? It's not bad, is it, for middle of winter? It's almost to the end of, or we're in the middle of December. Not middle of winter, but the middle of December. It's not bad. But like I said, it's like 80-some degrees inside my house because it's just sun hitting these windows. It's great. Yes, better heater, standard. Nice. We don't even get that. Not even Hokkaido. Not even Hokkaido has that option over here. Japan they don't even put it. They won't wrap the battery in an electric heater. They don't do it. That's something I've always complained about when I first got my Leaf. If you watch my very first, you can't anymore, I took it down, but if you had watched my very first Leaf review video, I will go on a giant rant about that. Because I think Hokkaido definitely needs that still. Oh man, that would be amazing. I hate you now. Is that warm? That doesn't sound warm to me. 54 degrees, it sounds cold. But I can go outside I was outside earlier with the short sleeves, it didn't bother me a bit, so I guess it is kind of warm. Where you're at, man, if you don't go out with a down coat, you're screwed. Norwegian until I drove 80 plus kilometers. Yeah. I really appreciate that information, Jill. There's no way I could get that kind of information. We don't have temperatures like that over here. And also, there's no 62 kilowatt lease available in this area anymore. They're gone. I don't know where they went. They didn't have very many. They really overdid it with the 40 kilowatt hour lease when they came out with those. And they're just sitting on their used car lots. The dealer lease are just sitting there on the used car lots and they're not selling them. So they were extra careful with the 62 kilowatt hour lease because they're $10,000 more cars. So there in this general area, there's no extended range. There's no E plus lease in this area. So I couldn't run a test if I wanted to, anyways. And I don't think they're gonna buy it. They don't think I really do tests on it. They think I just go out and goof off with their cars, anyways. Probably. Let's see, nearly 70 Fahrenheit today. That's why we have snowbirds, lots of them. Yeah, that's nice. E-pedal simulates region with mechanical brake. Right. You're right about that. But it also means you're using the brake pads more. But brake pad job on a Leaf is a lot cheaper than a Tesla, I take. A Tesla's got the bigger brake. They got big, massive calipers, so they're going to be more expensive. But honestly, what? You do brake pad on an EV, even if it's $400, $500 to do the brake pads. That's nothing. Although I did read that guy, what's his name? Rich Rebuild was talking about a guy he knew that he took his Tesla in to have the brake pads done, and they found out that the pistons had froze up, and they had to replace all the pistons all the way around on the calipers. The pistons had to be replaced. And so he was thinking maybe at the most $800, because the Model S, maybe, I don't know. He didn't know what it was going to cost, but he was like maybe $800. It was $8,000. It became $8,000, and he was so shocked by the price that even Tesla felt bad. So they took off all the labor, and that knocked it down $2,000. So it became a $6,000 repair instead of $8,000. So it still hurt, but at least Tesla took the labor off. But yeah, that was a big deal. His pistons, they for some reason he had bad pistons on his Model S. I don't think that's a problem anymore. These are all, we're talking about pre-2016 Model S's, and those cars were the betas, and they had a lot of troubles. I think we're past that now. I hope. Like I said, the Model 3 is kind of a beta. We're still being the beta testers of it. In the Cybertruck, and I think they do it on purpose. That's how they do that. That's how they run their business. And the negatives are, your car might have some silly issues that you have to get repaired more often than other cars. Other OEMs have. Like we don't have door handle problems with the leaks and stuff because they just use the tried and true, been using for ages kind of door handles. Tesla, even with the Model 3, they're using a new style door handle. And even that, they're finding out in very cold areas, it's very hard to open the door. You guys know. You guys know what it's like. It's just we're being beta tested. It's not a bad thing because Tesla, because we're the beta testers, they're very excellent with their customer service when there is a problem. I feel like, and I've always said that I'm not changing my tune about anything just because I ordered a Cybertruck. I've always said these things. I've always liked their after service. I've always liked their updates. They practically a weekly update to your autopilot and stuff. But not only that, but once a year you get the big OS updates, just like a computer. I like that stuff. I like that kind of thing. I like the range. I've always liked the range. I like the power. The power of those things. They're fun to drive cars because of that power. I like the fact they have a front trunk. They didn't give us that on a Leaf. It looks like an engine in there. I feel ripped off on that. It's an electric car and they just wasted the space. But yeah, I like that stuff. The things I don't like is I don't like. Not a big fan of things breaking down. It's going to take more than 2 weeks to repair when you don't get a loaner car. Like I talked to Tesla about that. I think Tesla's, because of the way the service works, it's between 2 weeks to 2 months, depending on what your problem is, to get repairs. You could be out of a car for that long. What do you guys offer? Do you guys offer a loaner car? And he's like, no, we don't. So you're out of a car. And so you better have a backup car if you own a Tesla. Because sometimes repairs take a while. And that part sucks. Yes, they pay for everything. If it's under warranty, they'll take care of you really good. But you're out of a car for a long time. That part sucks. You know, that's what I don't like about the beta testing. You already had a replacement motor in your 3? Model S had lots of problems on early models. Door handles and motor replacements were very frequent. Right on. Yeah, exactly. Also, moisture in the taillights, right? Moisture, condensation in taillights, big issue, right? My S had 3 replacement motors. That's what I hear. That's Rich Rebuilds talking about that. His car, his refurbished, his rebuilt Model S he said that he's like on his 3rd motor. And he's complaining. The funny thing is, they are expensive out of warranty. They're expensive to replace. But by Japan standards for routine maintenance on a gasoline car, sorry about the shake, it's not that ridiculous. I had a Honda minivan, and I did some just routine maintenance work, and it was over $2,500 just for routine maintenance. You know, just routine maintenance, getting it ready for the school year. You know. It was like over $2,500, you know, and I think a motor replacement on a S is $3,000 something, and yeah, it sounds expensive, but it's still cheaper than a battery. For a 24 kilowatt-hour battery is more than that. I mean, what would you choose? Would you choose, if you had to pay out of your pocket $3,500 or buy another $100,000 car? What would you choose? I would choose the paying out of my pocket for another motor, and like you said earlier, they're improving the motors. The motors are getting better and better, and so probably if you did have to pay out of your pocket, if you were out of warranty and the thing went bad, most likely the new motor would probably last much longer. Hopefully. If it doesn't, then yeah, cut your losses and cut and run. Just cut and run if it breaks. If you have it and like 2 years later it starts giving you trouble again, cut and run. You know. Yeah. Model 3, I say replace motor on Model 3. Haven't heard about that. Nah, my S had 3. I read it wrong, Aaron. I read it wrong. His 3 did not have motor replacement. Model S, and 2 door handles. Right, that's normal too for the older ones. Now the newer ones are a little bit better, but it's the ice that ruins it. They get frozen in. Yeah, all free under warranty. Right on. Right. The warranty is really good. You have a really good warranty. I think it's 4 years, but some of that stuff, like the powertrain, I think is 8 years or something like that. 6 years? Maybe 6 years for a powertrain. So your motor is even longer than the 4-year warranty. In S, right. 3's been perfect, right. Yeah. The 3's so far, no major issues, just little teeny things. I think there's the 3's, I think I've heard of moisture getting in the taillights on the 3's as well, I think. Or I'm getting it mixed up with the X. It could be the X. X has a problem with the wind noise. because of through the A pillars. Because the way they built it, the wind comes right in, and it's just a hollow, kind of hollow underneath the hood. It goes right in there, so you can hear the wind noise. So what they do is they get these bags that you break them, like one of those sticks that you break and it glows. You break them and they expand, they fill up, and they become big. So you stick these, you break them, you shove them up into that A pillar from the engine compartment, and they expand and they keep the air noise from going to the. That's how Tesla fixes the the wind noise problem, the wind noise issue on the Model X. Another common issue with the Model X is that stupid sensor inside the Falcon Wing door. The glue, I guess, comes off and it kind of pops off, and it starts pointing in the wrong direction. So that's why your front doors don't pop open all the way usually, and also the Falcon Wing doors act goofy sometimes. They don't. The sensor's messed up, so they have to go in there, take the door apart, and then readhere the sensor. It's kind of a big sensor because it covers the front door and the Falcon Wing door, and they have to readhere it to the thing. Rich Rebuilds, man. Rich Rebuilds teaches you a lot about the mechanics of these cars, and it also makes you appreciate them more, how complicated and how sophisticated these cars are and amazing they are. They're simple as far as moving parts go, seven moving parts versus hundreds on a gasoline car, but they're also very complicated and sophisticated with their electronics and the stuff they use. It's amazing. Yeah, some people have that issue with taillights. I did it in S, but 3's been perfect. You know what? My Leaf, my van. It was my EMV got it. And my original Leaf too. It was turning green. It got condensation inside because where I parked it was dark. It's a dark area. So I get condensation. It doesn't burn away from the sun, so it stays there, and it was turning green on the inside. And I'm worried about my new Leaf doing that, or my used Leaf doing that. So far, nothing's happened yet because it's just where I park it. The location I park it is dark on that side. So yeah. I just want you guys to know, I try not to be brand. I try not to be. I've caught myself. I have been a little bit too brand. How do you say? What am I looking for? The word I'm looking for, but where I'm just a little too loyal to certain brands. And Nissan doesn't deserve my loyalty, really. I like the Leaf. I even like the 62 kilowatt hour Leaf. I think they have a purpose. They're affordable for a lot of people, and they're good cars, and they're easy to maintain. A lot easier than a Tesla. Teslas are great and all, but with that higher technology and the higher sophistication, it means a little bit more details or a little more to deal with maintaining. With the Leaf, they're pretty simple systems, and so it keeps maintaining very low cost. Tires are cheap on them because the wheels are smaller. Brakes are cheaper if you do need to replace the brakes. They're just a lower cost maintenance wise. Compared to a Tesla. Of course, if you can afford a Tesla, then you don't worry about those prices anyways, but, some of those people on a budget, my point is at least there's one car out there for the budget class, and it's not really just one, is there? It's just, there's some Korean brands, there's the Kona, and there's some other car. We don't get them over here. We don't get Kia or Hyundai over here, so I don't know their names, but there's some nice Korean alternatives that are very low cost and good cars too for the people that can't afford the really high-end stuff. It's nice that in America there's something available for everybody, which is nice. And so I'm not going to hate on Nissan too much, but I'm really not happy with the way their customer service is really crappy right now. And I don't like the direction they're going. They were on top, and they're just letting everybody else just surpass them. They don't have a goal, it seems like. They don't have any long-term goals, it feels like to me. They're still making short-range cars. Just like Mazda. Mazda comes out with their first full electric, and it's like crappier range than the original Leaf, 24 kilowatt hour. It's a really terrible range on that car. And then you got Honda coming out with their first full electric, and it's not impressive numbers either on its range. It's like, what are you guys doing? And they're not even cheap cars. Like that Honda is very teeny. It's $40,000, and it doesn't even. It's like in America, it'd be like 100-mile range. Maybe 125, I don't know. But I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what these guys are doing. Everybody else is going to Korea's going to surpass them. The German cars are going to surpass them, like, Volkswagen and those guys, they're going to fly past them. And Tesla, they're just going to stay at the top. Tesla's just going to stay at the top. Now, Tesla's got some unfair advantages. They have the solar panel company that they're connected to, and they also have the battery. They have a gigafactory. They're building their own batteries. That's a huge advantage for Tesla for keeping the price down. And that's why the cars are getting cheap. That's why the 3 is so affordable for what you get. But we already talked about that. But my point is, what's Nissan doing? Nothing. Yeah. Let's see. Oh man, where are we at? My VIN is 6,257, so it's about as V1 as you can get. Yeah, it's not signature, but yeah, that's a pretty low number. I expected way more issues, to be honest. Right on, right. 2012 Leaf has 0 breakdowns. Awesome. Yeah, me too. Well, I have no breakdowns with my Leaf. It's just the battery. Yeah. How many miles you got? Smooth operator. 29,500. Oh, he's talking smooth operator. 29,500. That's very low miles. Nice, same as me, basically. Yeah. 2012 and 2018. Still full bat. Good, impressive. In Chicago? You in Chicago? Is that what you're trying to say? CHGO, is that Chicago? Smooth operator, awesome. Yeah, I lost my first seg, but I have ridiculous amount of cycles on my battery. I have, I'm at 65,000 kilometers. What is that? I'm at 41,000, roughly 41,000 miles. So I lost my first seg, but the range is still awesome. I was like, my winter range, I'm still averaging about 75 miles on one charge in the wintertime. So not bad. A car, I love my Leaf. I have a first gen Leaf and I love it. There's something cute about it. I know Noah knows what I'm talking about because he owned a Leaf. You know what I'm talking about. There's something about, the seats aren't, I thought they were super comfortable until I sat in that 3. The 3's got, those are insane seats. The 3 seats are insane. I don't know how, for that price of car, how you got such a good seat, but they're really good seats. Even the back, I asked my wife, she sat in the back, she said those are really impressive too. Excellent seats in the car. But the Leaf has pretty decent seats too, if you ask me. They're pretty comfortable. And it has a good ride because it's electric. When you make a car electric, it just, the quality of the ride, the feel of the ride just skyrockets. It has a good ride. It's very quiet. I just love the feel, and I love that heated steering wheel in the wintertime. It's just a great car for the price. I only paid $9,000 for my Muse, almost $10,000 Muse. Do I charge at home? Not very often, actually, unless you're asking. Are you asking smooth operator? I don't charge at home very often because electric rates are very high over here. Winter, it charges lower mile. Right. So I have a convenience store charger, which is a 15 kilowatt charger, I think it is. I charge there to 80%. If I need more, then I'll charge from 80. I'll charge 100% from at my house. That way, it's very cheap because I do get a cheaper rate between 11 and 7 in the morning, and so that 20% I charge up, it won't show up it won't affect my electric bill too much that way. So only at home at 110 volt. Wow. 110, wow, trickle charger. That's impressive. That's probably why your battery's in such good shape, though. That trickle charger is taking very good care of it. Do you charge past 80%? Oh no, you said earlier, didn't you? You said you charge only to 80, don't you? Didn't you? You said that somewhere, I thought. That was an state of health after 100,000 calls. Wow, Jill, very good. Really? The batteries keep getting better, I guess. Can't really preheat in winter without losing range. Right on. Yeah, I know. I preheat over here. I don't even plug in, and I lose a few percent, just preheating. But I like that. I like to go out to a nice warm, toasty seat, and the seats are warm, the steering wheel's warm, and the car is all the heat working. It's just really nice. I can only imagine your areas. You'd have to be even plugged in. It's going to just take a lot of power. Take a long time, too. More than 15 minutes, probably, to preheat your car. I can only imagine. Like I was watching some of these guys with their Model 3 showing how they de-ice their cars, and they're living like in Canada and stuff, and it was like they're taking warm water and pouring it over the headlights and all this stuff just to get the so they can get the handle open on the car door and stuff, all the things they have to do and stuff, all the scraping of the windshield and the windows, side windows and stuff. That's even with using the heat, the preheat even. Not longer to preheat here. Yeah, exactly. Oh, on trickle, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you're plugged into a trickle charger and you preheat. Yeah, you're gonna lose some range, aren't you? Yeah, exactly. Good point, though. Didn't even think about that. Yeah, I'm using 200 volts. We don't do 220. We do 100 volts and 200. I'm on 200 volts at 15 amps. So I'm at but my charger, my onboard charger, I don't even have the option of getting a 7 kilowatt charger. So I'm getting just 3-point-something kilowatts at that rate. But he's at 110. He's probably only getting like a 1 kilowatt, right? So roughly about 1 kilowatt, a little over 1 kilowatt of charging ability off that, probably. So yeah, he probably is losing range when he's preheating. Yeah. The reason why you keep seeing me spit like crazy, I keep drinking this stuff. My lips are all wet and I start talking. Okay, guys, 2.5 hours. You made it to the 2.5 hour mark. 8 people watching. Thank you very much for joining me on my channel. I had a great time talking with you guys. Always enjoy it. Always enjoy it. Lots of information. You guys give me tons of good information. Let me see what I got here. I just put it at 77 degrees Fahrenheit in my 3. Getting in during winter is like heaven. Yeah. I have mine at 7. Well, not degrees. I have mine at 27 degrees centigrade. What is 27 degrees centigrade in Fahrenheit?
It's 80.6.
I'm a little higher than you. I'm about 80 degrees Fahrenheit. I have mine set at 27 degrees centigrade, and it's so toasty warm. It feels so good getting in that car. The winter range is much less than summer range. The air conditioning does not nail the car as bad as the heating. But anyways, I don't mind. It's not that big of a deal. All right, guys, have a good one. It was great talking with you, and I hope to see you again soon if my channel doesn't get taken down. I brought back the Christmas video I made 3 years ago with my students. Check it out if you want. They're really cute, and I can't use it next year. They're getting really strict. This is my last chance to use the children singing a song before my channel gets nailed. So, last chance. See you guys. Bye. Thanks again, Noah, for the super chat. I just did it. Thanks again for the super chat. Super awesome, buddy. Thanks, guys. Have a good one. See you, Smooth Operator. See you, Noah. See you, Jill. See you, whoever else was out there. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.